to another episode of Pass the Rock podcast. I'm not very happy today, as y'all can tell. There's none to be happy about. At this point in time, the greatest basketball player in the world just, he just, let me not get into specifics. He's just out of the playoffs. But anyways, today I'm with, two great sports minds here, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, they've been arguing before we even started recording. But we're gonna go ahead. I got my guys Zeke and John. What's good, brothers?
What's going on?
How y'all doing, man?
I'm doing great. Lakers got swept.
He didn't let us. He didn't want to have good live conversation. He went straight into it. He said,
he's sick, bro.
He threw it in
but
the intro.
Since you're already there, we might as well just start now. I mean, we're already there.
I'll let you LeBron sexuals talk about.
Oh God.
Talk about LeBron.
God.
Because before I do what I do, I want. How do y'all feel about the sweep? Because y'all, I seen everybody crying, blaming D'Angelo Russell, just finding anything.
Nah, it was a lot of reasons why they lost, but you can put it on anybody. You can put it on LeBron.
You can put on everybody on that team.
You can definitely put it on D'Angelo Russell. Sorry ass.
And AD.
And there's, and then or you can just tip your hat to fucking. My bad.
Go ahead, man.
You can tip your hat to Jokic and Jamal Murray and company because they all played.
We can come back and spin them and give them the credit, but y'all want to put the blame on a mid-season acquisition of D'Angelo Russell?
Okay. So here's the thing. The reason why we lost is because if you watch the Lakers, if you watch the Nuggets, they're a team that everyone's going to Michael Porter Jr. is going to make his threes. Jamal Murray is going to do that crazy shit he does. What's it called? Jokic is Jokic. All these guys. Aaron Gordon is going to dunk the ball when he's at the basket. He's going to do, they do it every time. Every game they come to play. With the Lakers, our problem is today AD is scoring 40 points, 20 rebounds. LeBron scoring 28 points. And you have people like Austin Reeves scoring 17. You might have Lonnie Walker go for 50. All these guys who show up. And then in game 2 or 3, they just shooter stats, turn the ball over. AD's nowhere to be found. LeBron is shooting 4 threes in a row. That's what gets the Lakers every time. Every game from before the trade, it was already happening. The trade happened and made it better. Then we made the playoffs. Even in the first round with the Grizzlies, we saw it happen. The Warriors, we saw it happen. But the problem was these two teams are not as great as Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets is just a great team. They're just a good ass team, and you have to match them point for point or you lose.
I think the problem was one, y'all have to stop blaming the role players when Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves gave y'all everything they was supposed to give y'all.
No, those two guys, they did the job.
Vanderbilt did everything he was supposed to do on defense, and Schroeder actually showed up for the entire series as far as offensively and defensively, and he didn't make as many mistakes as y'all would like to point out. The problem with the Lakers fans that y'all don't want to admit is y'all have the most inconsistent superstars. AD is just, I don't even know what to call him. He's AD one day, then he's DA the next. LeBron is 55, bro. Why are y'all expecting him to do anything?
Nah, 55
even the 30,
is
did y'all see the
crazy.
Struggle in his face to hit that 30?
That
boy was in tears, bro. His legs was shaking by the second half. He was.
He's playing hurt though, so.
Y'all have.
Oh no! Let's not bring it. No.
Bro.
He's gonna feed off that. I'm not gonna bring that in this conversation.
I'm not saying he's talking about how he looks.
He's gassed.
I'd look
he's
crazy.
40,
Crazy tired
7,000.
So you said inconsistent superstars. Inconsistent superstar. AD. LeBron is not inconsistent because LeBron gives you what?
LeBron is inconsistent.
No, he's not. LeBron gives you his averages every night.
Say holding LeBron to a standard when he's 38 or 55 or whatever you want.
LeBron is just old. LeBron is not inconsistent. He's just older.
If we're talking about LeBron, the player, then he's inconsistent. We're talking about a 38-year-old hooper. Yeah,
LeBron is inconsistent.
Yeah, he wasn't great this whole playoff run. I mean, don't let the stats.
But he was
you.
consistent.
He wasn't great the whole playoff run.
He was consistent.
Which series did LeBron dominate?
What is your mark of greatness? Because
we knew LeBron was not going to be the main dominator, though. We knew that.
Which series would you say he dominated in?
What does domination look like to you? To answer that, because you sit here and you're
LeBron. That's what it looks like. You've seen LeBron dominate series before.
LeBron
is what domination looks like.
Okay, no, but LeBron can't play like that no more. He literally that might have been LeBron's last year of being scary Bron. And then maybe the bubble.
Okay, I'm gonna say it because y'all just trying to avoid. LeBron's a professional stat stuffer.
Oh my God, bro, come on.
Sorry,
bro. Because what?
It's stat stuff.
Because he knows how to get to 25. He knows how to get to 25 without shooting bad. It's not affecting the actual.
So you
game.
don't think that LeBron actually? So you don't think like
No.
these points are impactful? You think he's just like tracing his points to keep the standard?
LeBron be coasting. Yeah, I watch it every game.
I mean, he coasts.
He's
he does
coasting,
coast, but it's not
he's
like
stat padding. He
not doing it.
finds a little mismatch here and there. He might attack it and get a layup. Now he's shooting 4 for 7 from the field. LeBron's never gonna go crazy, and you'll never see LeBron shoot 4 for 16 because he'll just stop shooting. That's his game.
So
He's
so
literally-
first of all,
sometimes or
yes, bro. Keep
so okay,
shooting.
okay,
When
so
you're the most dangerous person on the court in basketball, you gotta just keep putting them up sometimes, just so the defense can play you
but
honest.
that's where we go with AD is supposed to be taking that role from him right now. AD is supposed to be this
Bro,
guy right
AD
now.
made the playoffs 2 times in 7 years
and he dominated. He's a like
in New Orleans.
AD himself.
He's been on Lakers for how
dominated.
long?
He's always dominated.
So let me ask
How
you a
long has he been
question.
on Lakers right now?
4 years, right? This is
Five-
fourth.
this
This
is
is fourth.
fifth
I think this
year.
is fourth.
Is it?
Five.
Fourth or 5 year. 4 or 5
First year
years.
they didn't do nothing. Second
No,
year.
it's
No,
his
first
fourth
year they
year.
won a
Four.
championship. I'm
Four.
tripping.
It's 4 years.
2020.
Yeah.
First year they didn't win a
The
championship.
fourth- yeah.
Second year they did.
No, first year.
No, it wasn't the first year.
First year was a
The
bubble.
bubble.
Yeah, that's
The first year was a bubble year.
Yeah, remember the
tripping?
season.
They
got-
had 3
the
months
season
off.
got-
Oh,
Bro,
because
yeah.
of the COVID. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
brain is lagging out. But question, 1, how old is LeBron? Just how old is LeBron?
38.
Okay.
We're treating
2.
LeBron like he's 21.
No, I'm gonna keep going. 2.
30.
What is LeBron's best attribute since he's been in the league ever? His 20 years,
Health.
20 plus years.
Health. It's not shooting.
Okay, besides that,
It is that.
It's what do you mean?
it's
besides-
passing the ball, right? He's a passer first. He's always been that.
affecting the game. I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
it's IQ affecting the game.
He's
That-
he's
I want you to know the
he's
LeBron-
been a
the
passer.
LeBron
LeBron is
passing-
being a
He's-
passer. His
a
best
great
attribute is
passer,
getting
but
assists.
I do not think he's only averaged 10 assists one time.
I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, LeBron's passing and whatever he does on the court as a leader, as an impactful person, combines to his greatest
We
attribute
might
on the
need to
court.
just unfold and talk about LeBron's career. Let's.
No, we don't need to go
We're
that
not-
far because then we're just gonna be talking about LeBron forever.
Because
But
listen,
my
hater,
point
bro.
is,
No, I just
LeBron
wanna
has
get this
never been
off.
scored first. Like that's not what he does.
No,
He's a
that's-
great
that's
scorer.
also a lie that the
No,
media-
it's
that's
true.
what- and that's what
also
It's
a lie.
literally true.
No, it's
He's
not.
a good scorer. He's a
That's
great
just-
scorer.
That's just y'all's way of escaping LeBron having to score. Is
guess,
LeBron
bro.
being a great passer. That's why he's able to make the play down the stretch that never works out in his favor.
It never works out.
When did it?
I mean, we're not doing that right
What?
now.
You
We're
got to
gonna
tell
stay
me
on
when that
topic.
worked out in his favor. All LeBron's buzzer beaters are from LeBron. It's not from him passing nobody the ball. He didn't even pass Kyrie the ball when Kyrie hit the shot.
You know what? I'm not gonna get into all this. I'm gonna
These
just say
are-
this.
these
I'm
are
gonna
the
just say this
facts,
right now.
people.
I'm gonna just
These
say
are
this.
not
No,
facts.
I'm gonna just say this right now.
LeBron's a
Regardless,
fake pass first player.
regardless,
He's not a pass first player. That's the thing. He's not a pass first player.
They
No,
want
he
him to be
is,
so.
bro.
No, he's not.
They
he's
want
not a
him to
score
be-
first guy.
They want him
Why
to be so
isn't
they can
he?
make up for the lack of scoring.
Because
Nobody-
LeBron- did you
nobody
see when
averages
LeBron-
27 for their career and isn't score first. I don't care.
the
Nobody does
the
it.
lack of scoring titles is why they want to call him score first.
How many has won?
The lack of
I mean,
scoring titles. The lack
my
thereof.
regardless, he's
The number
he's,
one
he's
score-
the number one
the
scorer of
number
all
one-
time.
Number
You
one
can't take
points
that away
all
from him.
time and has a one scoring title. That kind of sounds funny, don't it?
Not really.
So what did he do
Alright,
to get there now?
longevity. It's just
Averaging
longevity.
27 for your career.
It's just longevity.
Stuff like that.
So
happens.
did we use the same argument for Kareem or no?
Yeah, Kareem's longevity. Kareem wasn't a better scorer than Jordan. It was literally longevity. Jordan has
Anyways.
the highest playoff scoring per game.
game.
I'm just
Scoring
checking. I'm
titles.
just checking to see like if
I
he's
don't
being
believe
fair
in
across
Kareem.
the
I don't
board.
believe. I don't
or-
believe in Kareem. Let me
You
just,
don't believe in him?
I don't believe in Kareem.
All right.
You know who I don't believe in? Will Chamberlain. I don't think. I'll say this right now. Will Chamberlain did not score 100 points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that game.
Bro,
was fake, too. I
Will
think it's fake,
Chamberlain
too.
did not
no-
score. Do you
Yeah.
understand what it would take for one man to score 100 points?
I mean, he was
Kobe
also
scored
playing
80.
plumbers, like so it's possible.
he
but
said plumbers. No, that's crazy.
He-
Imagine
like-
getting off NBA game to go home
There's
and fix some
There's
toilets.
no real proof of it besides the picture, and they
Of
have a
the-
fake. Yeah, of
behind
the whole
the-
like. There's
No,
no.
there's no video.
There's no.
nothing.
There should be
that's
some
why
type of
I don't even
documentary.
care about the NBA then. Like, let me be honest. Like, we're not gonna use that to validate.
Oh, yeah,
anything.
that's why, like,
Well, that's because there's an ABA and there's an NBA. There's
Yeah.
12 teams.
Yeah.
And then there's the
the 80s is
expansion,
when it starts. The 80s when Magic
expansion
and,
and all that,
when
like,
Larry get there. That's when the NBA really
sports
starts.
is
to
such
me.
a anomaly.
All right, let me refocus. Back to this. The main point is LeBron got swept 4-0. How does this look for LeBron? Like when LeBron retires and people, no matter what happens, whether he wins another ring or whatever, when he retires,
Well, let's.
I'm just
not even
saying,
add that in there.
hypothetical.
Let's not even add that. in there.
Hypothetical.
This dude's a hater, bro.
Hypothetical.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm not saying LeBron is going to. But if he were to win another ring, whether it's playing from the bench or whatever, hypothetically, how does that affect his legacy? Is that something that's like, oh, I mean, it's just a sweep. It is what it is. Or is it like, oh, that's such a big, like he's plummeting down because of that?
No, LeBron having where he is where he stands. Like I feel like he was the chosen one, so we gave him too much credit for things he never accomplished.
Like,
calling him the GOAT. Like, he never got to 5. Kobe was at 5 rings, and we watched him almost get to 6, 7. Like, he didn't get it. So we just knew Kobe wasn't better than Jordan. That was it. LeBron came, and we started counting numbers, efficiency, how much of an all-around player you are. Before that, we never cared about none of that. Shaq, big man, rebounds, and scoring. That's the game. He's one of the greats. Kobe scoring and play defense. That was it. But LeBron comes, and that's when it starts being about efficiency, longevity, health, things that don't really, like...
All the things that matter.
No.
If you're gonna
No.
So here's the
When
problem.
you try to choose a player and you want to model it after something, like I want somebody that's not gonna get it. I'm sorry if I want somebody that's gonna be available.
Let me present y'all a question.
Go ahead.
If you're a franchise and you see all 3 players, this player brought my one franchise 6 rings, this player brought one franchise 5, this player brought 3 franchises 4 rings, which player do you think you want if you're an owner?
I'm not gonna stop at the rings though. I'm sorry. Like you just can't because you got to look at the team he was
the NBA
with.
has
You gotta
turned
look
to
up.
ring
You just
culture. The NBA
you gotta.
is-
There's so many things
But I'm saying
that play a role.
From a fan perspective, this is your team. This is your if you're choosing a team, if you're an owner and you're choosing players and like this player.
If I'm choosing a player,
Do you want one player getting 6
I'm
rings in
gonna
one
look
spot,
at the-
or
I'm gonna look at
one
the
player
whole
getting 4
aspect
rings
of
in 3
their-
spots?
Their entirety, and
I'm
see
looking.
that LeBron James
Yeah, go ahead.
has did it all, and that's what I'm gonna go with.
What is did it all?
Did it all? He's been to the finals 10 times. I mean,
Kobe been 7.
yeah. What's
Jordan
bigger?
been 6.
What's
I'm
bigger,
saying
10,
they-
7, or 6.
But
I
okay,
mean, so that right there gives you leverage. I mean, people hate to critique.
But
People critique him so hard about losing and stuff like that. But thank God he was there. I mean,
what does that even mean?
because he's been in the league for 20 years.
What the-
And
what's the
50% of his
losing-
career, he's been in the finals.
I don't know why we're crediting niggas for making the finals. I've never heard anybody be like, man, Charles Barkley was in the finals though. Like,
What?
for-
No.
that doesn't matter.
No,
Like,
no.
Okay, because
it's
regardless,
not-
Charles
it's not
Barkley has
just
been to the
all
finals,
being
but he
there.
never won.
There's hella
anything.
people that's been. Jerry West has been to like 9 finals.
Yeah, and he's 1 for 9. And
So-
then the teams
so
that
why are you
and then
so
when we get to
comfortable saying
to
1 for
talk about
9,
that,
but
and
4
we
for
have to
10?
break down the teams faced. Like that is a thing.
See, I'm gonna answer your question because
Mind you,
I'm gonna.
and it's not like LeBron shouldn't have more rings. He has no excuse losing San Antonio second time, Dallas the first time around. He has no excuses. Even Golden
we
State
just
the
saw
first time
Dirk
he was
go
up
goat
2-1.
mode. We watched Dirk go goat, and I mean San Antonio.
I understand, but
We
you
watched,
had the
you're
better
saying
squad.
that, but Tim Duncan has 5 of them things. It's not on accident.
But he's 5 for 6. Everybody that has been in the
Yeah.
finals has a winning record besides LeBron.
Besides,
I mean, we don't.
So
include Jerry West.
here's a bunch of things that you have to consider when it comes to like because if you're gonna use finals, because if you're saying best player, I'm looking at okay, how many rings do you have? MVPs, okay,
accolades.
like it's
He
you
doesn't
because we're
have
talking about
more
the
than
player
Jordan. He
because
doesn't
first LeBron's first
have more
championship,
than-
LeBron's first championship appearance. Who did he have?
Okay, we gave him a pass.
Okay, so I'm realistic enough to tell you this:
Keep going.
LeBron went second appearance. He
Second-
folded. He folded. That's it.
So what do
No,
we
no,
say?
he
The second one
folded.
was
That's
the-
fine,
his-
but that's
his
the
biggest
only
mistake
one
is
you
hurt.
can really talk
That's
about.
his
That's
worst
all you can talk about. That's
appearance.
it. That's literally
Not
that's
ever.
all.
All right, so
Because the
my fault.
Spurs, the
That's
Spurs is
my
just
bad.
a
Y'all
great
right.
team.
Which finals did Kobe and Jordan fold in? Oh, it's about to be. It's about to be
I'm
wicked.
not gonna sit here and be like,
Oh,
you're
so
talking
it's
about finals,
so
but
it's
I'm
just a
saying-
LeBron thing.
So
play-
three.
he's
So
gonna-
let's start here.
We're
Let's start
talking
here.
about finals only with them. I mean, like I said, one went 10 times, one went 7 times, and then one went 6 times. The person with 7, 3 of those things, he wasn't the best player on the team, sir. I'm sorry to say it.
I didn't say he.
I mean, no,
but
that's
he
the
showed
reality.
up,
So
right?
that's
Like,
I mean, yeah, but
You're
Shaq
talking about-
dominated those 3 years.
Okay,
Shaq was
Dwayne Wade
insane.
was cooking in the Dallas series.
Wait. Don't bring that up because the other day we had this conversation. You didn't know that.
I didn't know LeBron. I didn't know LeBron had. I didn't know LeBron's really averaged 17.
And
I knew LeBron had like less than 2 points in the fourth quarter every game.
Yeah.
I didn't know he actually the whole series averaged 17. I knew Dwayne Wade played great, and I knew Chris Bosh showed up too. So
it was just that was his.
even when y'all bring up,
that was his brain
Kobe
fart.
wasn't the best player. Like that's cool. Kobe still showed up in every finals and was great in all those finals. Because somebody was better than him. Jamal Murray just now showed up in
wasn't
conference
better than
finals and was great.
He wasn't better than Jokic. He wasn't. So when you brought
I
up
just said he
Jamal
showed up
Murray-
and was great. I didn't say he was better than Jokic.
Yeah, but
I'm
we're
just
talking
giving.
about people being better than somebody. Like we're talking.
Like
about
you
that.
are
We're
the
talking-
you are the
we're talking
alpha
about-
dog on that team.
Yeah.
Like
the only time
buzzer beater,
LeBron
they're
didn't look
no
like
like they're
that
going
in
to
the
you.
finals was that finals with the Mavericks and Dwayne Wade outplayed them. That was the one.
That's LeBron's only fold, and to this day I'll never give him an excuse. He folded. I don't know what the fuck he was. I don't know what he was thinking.
That's
he folded.
ring
He
number
messed
5
up.
right there.
Huh?
So what about the San Antonio series? What's the excuse then?
And there's no excuse. I don't have excuses for why he didn't win.
Why
I'm
is-
just saying like there's only one winner every year. That's my thing.
And it's not
There's
not
only
according to
one winner every year.
And when Jordan was there, he was the winner every time.
When Jordan was there, he had the best team every time. He had the best team every
Why?
time.
In the finals?
The 91 Lakers, who's on that team?
Bro, he had bro.
These
Regardless,
players that
he
already won. Is Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, Vlade Divac, all
At the
them.
end of them, right? At the end of Magic. At the
No,
end-
Magic was 32 when he retired.
No, yeah.
He was literally in his prime.
We're talking about a guy that took a break because of
Bro, that was Magic. No, that was
You know.
Magic. That was Magic's last season. But I'm saying he wasn't like old or nothing. He was 32.
Bro.
He was in his prime. In
Kareem
his very
was
much
what?
prime.
Kareem was what?
Kareem, like he already retired.
When they went the last time, it was.
When it was 91, Kareem was already retired. That wasn't the same Lakers
So
team
you
at
took
all.
away the best.
But they had Vlade Divac.
gone.
Kareem wasn't the best player on the fucking Lakers.
I mean, Kareem was a big support for the Lakers
bro,
in those
Kareem
times. He
is
was
good.
like one of the bro. At the end of the day, when you
Come
look
on,
at
this is
let's
basketball history
stay away from Jordan because I know where you're gonna go with this. But if you talk
Kareem
about
has 2 Finals MVPs, and one of them can't. Yeah. So what?
if you talk about
can't.
if
Like,
you
this is
talk
what
if you
I'm
talk
saying
about if
with
you
you,
talk
guys.
about
You
Bron's
guys
team,
shit.
follow me. You talk about Bron's team. The first team, bullshit. Like nobody was there. Second team, LeBron folded. That's just LeBron. That's the one. I give him that.
After that,
And then he won 2 in a row. He played the Spurs, which were
We'll
they had
ignore
a
the
mastermind.
We'll ignore the Ray Allen shot, but go ahead.
I mean,
So LeBron didn't play great that series.
The next
not
season,
even
they got,
not even that
next
series.
season. Next season,
every
same team swept
every
them.
quarter of that game,
LeBron
outside
was
that
eating.
shot, it
LeBron,
was
like bro,
LeBron,
that is
Like,
my favorite LeBron to do. That is vintage LeBron. Like that
He's
LeBron,
LeBron,
that
the
is
best
him
LeBron,
at his
the best
prime.
LeBron ever.
That's
Literally. So
But
and then after that, he loses to the Spurs. I mean, you're playing pop, bro.
What do you-
And then Tim Duncan.
You just
and
beat them. See, that's what I mean with LeBron fans. Y'all don't even give reasoning for anything. He just,
Okay, but my point is, they
Oh,
took him to
he
7
had
games,
nobody-
didn't they?
He had
Because
nobody.
I'm not
He
gonna
folded
sit
in
here
the
and
second time, and
stand
then you're
on
playing pop. The team
LeBron
that he just
this,
beat.
LeBron
Okay, I
that,
get
like-
that, but the team, you making it seem like he swept them. They went to 7
Bro,
games.
greatest stat stuffer of all time, but we can keep.
He
you
went
know,
to 7 games. They were a
guy's
great team.
sick.
He still beat them, but they were a great team, which means they
They
could beat
came
him
back
too.
and beat him the next year. And don't say because D-Wade was old. Tim Duncan's old.
No,
Bron
they
was
they
old.
played.
Bro,
Look, the
Tim
Spurs
Duncan
played
was
better
old.
basketball.
Do
They
you think
outsmarted the
they
Heat.
had the better team that year?
Between the Spurs and the Heat.
I'm just asking. I just not know debate. Honestly, just your opinion.
I think it was just as even.
Interesting.
Kawhi averaged.
So let's
17.
leave the Heat.
On
Let's
60%.
leave the Heat alone, right? Then he
Yeah,
goes to the
Then
Cavs.
the
First
defense.
year, he loses. He lost Kyrie and Kevin Love. That plays a role, but you know,
Plays a role. My God.
still loses.
That handed Steph his.
And then he goes the next year.
That
He
handed
beats the Warriors. He beats the Warriors. That's 3-1 over. You literally go home and sleep and win. That's literally what they had to do. Like they were fine. They should have won.
So we're not gonna
Four-
mention
one-
the Draymond suspension.
My God.
I mean, yeah, but like
You see-
they were already up 3-1.
My God.
They were already up 3-1. Draymond's suspension was
gotta-
game 6.
You
I'm
gotta-
They
just
were
saying-
up
I'm just saying
3-1.
Two of
If you have to
Two
win
of
one game
LeBron's,
and
two
the
of
other team
LeBron's
has to win
4
three,
rings.
that's
Two of LeBron's
crazy.
4 rings are just things we don't usually see. A player getting suspended in NBA Finals. That's kind of weird.
Bro,
Especially when they're-
they were already up 3-1.
They had one game to win.
Like,
I
bro,
don't wanna hear that.
like game 5, why didn't they close it out? They were up 3-1.
By then, Bogut was hurt because Draymond was hurt and then Iggy got hurt too. So it's like we don't got to talk about it though. We just keep going.
Okay, so
Hey, look,
okay,
he'll
but
find any way to
but the
discredit
year
him.
but the year before
Any
with
way.
Kevin Love and that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so
we're good.
so you know you can
Even though he was up
you can
2-1.
exit out if you
Even
want
though he was
to.
up 2 when they were already up, they were hurt before.
So
You can
being
exit
up
out if you
2-1
want
with 2 of your next 2 best players being injured isn't worse than being up 3-1 and Draymond Green getting suspended.
and then 2 players get hurt. Oh,
Bogut? Are you comparing Bogut and Draymond and who Iggy to Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving? Like the magnitude of what was going on with that?
all I'm saying is y'all have a lot of excuses on LeBron.
No, follow me, bro. I'm
'Cause
not
then the
done.
next
You gotta
year,
follow
we see
me.
Kyrie go
And then
crazy
and then what
and
happened? And then what happened after that? Can you say before I do? What happened? Kevin Durant came. What LeBron? How was LeBron supposed to beat Kevin Durant?
Draymond was in the parking lot. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not one of those people that think
So
like, oh my
at that
God,
time,
KD
I would
shouldn't be
say
here, but
Kyrie
It's a
and
fact.
Steph is a wash. People want to act like Klay be going crazy in the finals,
Nah, he
even though he's
doesn't.
never averaged
He
even
doesn't.
20
he
points.
doesn't.
So J.R. Smith and Klay is a wash.
No.
LeBron let him. LeBron
We are not washing Klay Thompson with J.R. Smith though. That's not
in the finals.
We're
Show
not.
me Klay Thompson's
We're not.
great
No,
finals
we're not
game.
doing that because
Show me his finals
okay. So
numbers.
who's a greater player? Klay Thompson or J.R. Smith?
Klay Thompson?
All right. That alone, that's all that. That's why I'm saying I'm not watching.
You're not matching them together,
No, it
bro.
doesn't.
Because J.R. Smith is not gonna. He's just that's J.R. Smith. He just plays like that all year. Like it's
So
not like
wait, who
you're
puts-
not.
who
You're not.
puts
It's
the-
not like J.R.
It's-
Smith is gonna
it's-
clutch
bro,
all the
NBA's
time.
about skill sets. Who put the ball on the floor better, J.R. Smith or Klay Thompson?
Who's greater? Who's the better player?
The
One
offense
player just shoots the
allows
ball.
Klay Thompson not to put the ball.
That makes him
We
the better
saw him
player.
put the ball on the floor this year. What? How did it look?
We
How did it
watched
look?
We're
with
talking
Klay
about
Thompson?
20. We're talking about from
Allows him not to
2017
put
to
the ball, bro.
2023.
We're talking
Come
about
on,
matchups.
bro.
We're talking about matchups. Is what we're talking about. You know what?
regardless, bro, you like look. We might be biased, but you're also biased. You have to take that.
No, not
you
only is he biased, he is a hater.
Bro, like
it's
the way, like the points that you're
forget
giving, it's like you're pointing certain things out
hates
for
LeBron.
LeBron. And you know what?
okay,
Actually,
though.
you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this. You're just a regular LeBron hater. That's what y'all do. Y'all point out one thing for LeBron,
the
but
greatest, and I want to bring him back down to earth. He is a longevity. Like all his reasons why he's the greatest is just longevity.
Bring
It's
him
not-
back.
okay,
Earth
where's
look like
LeBron James
what,
on your
though? What does that
list?
look like?
Where's
If
he on
you're
my
talking
list?
about
On your
bringing
list
LeBron
of all
down,
time.
A battle players I've ever seen play.
Yeah.
3.
So I'm hoping it's Jordan and Kobe.
Yeah, it's Jordan,
Okay.
Kobe, LeBron. It's
I don't argue
simple.
with you. I'm just hoping it's Jordan and
I'm
Kobe.
not- I'm not taking Kobe over LeBron.
But anybody.
I mean, I'm
anybody
taking
that-
LeBron over
that
anybody.
wants to put-
That's just me.
Anybody that wants to put LeBron over Kobe, I don't mind. Like LeBron's a more decorated player. I understand that. He has
That
more
alone.
MVPs. He doesn't have more scoring titles. He has
more All NBAs.
more.
He has less.
They might be the
No,
the
he
same
has more
All-NBAs.
All NBAs. It's if you don't know,
Kobe
just
was
look
up.
it up.
I mean, he probably passed him up this year. I know he probably got him by like 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter.
I mean,
Kobe had it
just
most of his career.
Bro,
Kobe
has
has a
like
bunch.
19 All NBAs out of 20 years or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, that's insane. I
Yeah.
think Kobe's like around 15, 16.
or
Yeah.
15.
To round up this conversation, regardless, bro, my point is one. To me, LeBron James, no one, like, you can bring all the arguments you want, show me all the stat sheets, whatever.
Undeniable.
LeBron James is the greatest player to me.
Undeniably
And if
great.
you're saying Jordan's the greatest player, I'm not going to look at you and be like, that's stupid, because
Greatest
Jordan
and
is a
best are
great
different.
player.
I think greatest and best are different, and I think that conversation is something else that people don't understand. If you want to say great, being
Accomplishments
6-0,
come in, yeah.
being 6-0 is great. There's nothing that
it's
can
not the
stop
6-0.
that. No, that is that.
But that's what y'all
It's the
use to
defensive-
top
it's
everything,
the
though.
defensive, but it's the defensive player of the year.
It's the first team on
It's the 10
defenses.
scoring
Yeah.
titles. It's the steal leaders.
Cool.
It's like there wasn't even
I mean,
Jordan was head and
Who's the
shoulders.
second best scorer in that era?
It wasn't even Jordan would be the best scorer in this era.
I'm not negating
That's
that, but
my
you're
thing.
saying that, like, I mean, there's a lot of people fighting
Jordan
for that,
was scoring
fighting
37
for
without
that-
shooting threes.
That scoring title in this era.
He was scoring 37 points a game without shooting threes.
That's fine, bro. We just watched Harden average 36.
I don't. But I never thought James Harden was one of the greatest scorers of all time.
No, that's
Ever in my
fine.
life. Ever in my life, as I put
36
James
points
Harden.
per game in the season.
That's
not
pretty
bro.
crazy.
The way
bro.
the basketball he was playing was
I
some of the most
understand.
ridiculous, disgusting
You like
basketball.
Luka, right?
I love Luca. They
So,
don't play the same.
I was
They
gonna
don't
say
play
that,
the same.
But
Oh
Luka
my
is a
God.
pound, score, assist. Harden is a pound, score, assist. I mean, I'm
Look,
not
man.
saying the systems are the same, but the way they get it, they get it.
Nah, James Harden was every play was it step back 3 or I'm driving and I'm throwing the ball to somebody specifically for the assist. It was just too
What,
much stat
dude?
pattern. That's why it's able to get stopped in the playoffs. Luka gets his percentages, all his numbers go up in the playoffs because it's
Regardless-
literally, I'm about to back you down, turn around, fade, back you down, turn
Luka
around.
is more skilled than Harden, if that's what we're getting at. But I'm just saying they play similar games.
He's more
play
effective.
styles.
Regardless, if
I
we
mean,
keep
he
having
has
this
more skill, like,
conversation,
literally.
we're gonna be in a loophole to this.
It's
So,
because he's
so you know, I'm just gonna. This is my closing regards to this topic specifically.
LeBron got
I'm
swept
picking LeBron. Sure, he got swept. It happens. It's done.
to LeBron.
Nah,
It's done. It is
and
what
my
it
whole
is.
thing
You know,
was, like,
you got swept.
It took to sweep LeBron. It took another all-time performance in the playoffs by Jokic, triple double.
Look at the cap.
It's what? That's not all time. He's averaging a triple double for the playoffs. That's not normal.
You're saying it
He's
took-
looking like the best player
they
in the
handled
NBA
y'all with
today.
ease. Talking about they took an all-time performance. This is Jokic's worst series of all the 3 series.
And it still was a
Top right
triple
took
double.
all
But
time
but like
great
Jokic,
performance.
you know what? You know what? I'm
So-
done.
And
I'm
then
done.
Jamal
You
Murray.
know what, bro?
Y'all be
You know
yeah,
you know
bro.
what?
Sick, bro.
You know
His
what?
worst series
Look,
of all
look.
the 3 series, and that's the one that took an all-time great performance to beat LeBron.
I mean,
like,
and then
nah.
So-
Roll Company comes and does what they have to do. Like, yeah, that's all time great.
Jamal Murray cooked y'all.
Jamal Murray is a
Look,
dog.
bro, I'm not gonna
You
get
know,
into this.
I told you I'm a Kentucky fan.
To-
so
to-
I don't
to-
have no problem with him doing
Zero-time
what he
All-Star
do.
cooked the.
To finish this
That was
off,
all
regard so
all-stars.
round table. So no, it doesn't affect his legacy.
No. As far
And
as
I'm
LeBron,
already you already
The legacy
know.
can't be
He's too-
tarnished.
yeah,
Okay,
he's
just
too-
making sure. I'm
you
trying to
can-
make
you
sure
can-
we're all on the same page here.
at the point with LeBron and even Steph and like KD, Kawhi, these older players that are like 13, 14 years into their career, you can only add. You can't take away. You can't. I don't believe you can take away from your legacy. Don't get it twisted. You can get cooked and it just be some embarrassing mark on your
Yeah.
resume. Like the
happens.
KD and Boston series, like
They're getting older.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
literally,
why
you're
I'm
gonna have
you're
those
only
series.
gonna
You're getting
yeah.
older.
yeah. but
There's
like,
gonna be ups and downs.
I mean, look at Shaq.
Nobody. First
Look
off, let's be honest. At the beginning of the year, come trade deadline, did you think they were going to Western Conference Finals?
the Lakers.
Yeah, be honest.
You think they were making the
I know.
playoffs?
So that alone.
I knew they were making the
You thought they were
playoffs.
gonna make the
I knew
playoffs?
for a
Yeah, I
fact.
knew they were making the playoffs.
I
put it
wasn't
within
look.
myself to say
No,
that they
I'm
were
saying
gonna
before
make
the trade, not when the trade happened.
I mean, I knew
before
something was
before
gonna
the
happen.
trade.
Even before
I
the
knew
trade,
something was
I
gonna
know.
happen.
I didn't
There was
know.
no way
I
in
wasn't
hell LeBron
sure.
misses the playoffs 2 years in a row. That's what I knew.
Like
And
they even the first rookie year, they weren't
Good
healthy.
fit.
So it's like
good fit and health is a problem.
Fair enough. All right, now we've talked about LeBron,
The
all
GOAT.
the greats, all the GOATs, and then now obviously we just said it, LeBron's old, so we have other people filling his shoes, people stepping in, and then we have this one very specific guy who happens to be one of the most sought after basketball players since LeBron, Victor Wembanyama. I hope I said his name correctly, but
Wemby.
he's
Wemby.
coming, huh?
Wemby.
Wemby's coming to he's come next month, I believe so. July. July, NBA draft's gonna come through. You know how that's gonna go. The Spurs picked first. They got the lottery pick. So first of all, did y'all see that coming?
I called this.
The NBA
I
loves
called
the Spurs.
this.
Let's
I
be
You
honest.
thought you,
called it.
so you think it was rigged?
The draft lottery
I
is
knew
rigged.
the
It's
Spurs.
outright-
I knew he was
it's
going to the
rigged.
Spurs
For real, 100%. Like
The
no
draft lottery-
doubt.
Facts.
Bro,
Facts.
LeBron going to Cleveland, you don't think that there's some fixing in that? Like, that's not
They
on
were
accident.
terrible.
So let me
Come
tell
on.
you, but let me tell you something right now.
Garbage.
I would have known the NBA wasn't trying if LeBron James came back from
LeBron Cleveland when it wasn't.
if LeBron came back from 3-0 this year. I would have literally been like, come on. Like, this scripting is going crazy.
Okay, so
I'd have been like, come on.
with the Wemby thing, I saw it coming, and the only reason I knew it was coming because he's too big of a prodigy, and the NBA had to give him to a franchise that was going to protect him.
And a coach that will mold him into
Yeah,
being
they need to make sure he's set up right.
Exactly
So
what
he
he
wasn't. There was no way he's going to Charlotte. He's not going to that fucking
Shitty
trash
ass
can
franchise.
Houston.
Like, that's not
he's
happening.
not going like any of those franchises that are not serious. They were never sending him over there.
You just think about it like this, bro. What other sorry team in the NBA can be unsorry with like a guy like him, right? It's the Spurs. They have all the pieces. They have the vets from the past that will come back and teach him everything he needs. There's a lot of things.
They just ran properly.
That-
Like Charlotte, him and LaMelo
Michael
would have been
Jordan.
listening to Young Boy Gritty, and by the end of the
You
first
think
week,
that kid? That dude was not gonna be. He was gonna be mad at
No,
him.
they can't handle. They
Yeah,
can't handle
they-
players. Look at
Miles Bridges, like,
look
yeah,
at
it's just
Miles
not-
Bridges. They can't handle.
They're
that.
too
Yeah,
unserious.
no.
In Houston,
Do you know?
I
what's
just
going
saw
on?
Houston
Jalen
is
Green
just
say
too
he was
young, bro.
He said he was a vet last year. I'm like, are you? This
3 years.
That was
in.
your.
3 years in.
That was his second year, wasn't it?
Second
3. I
year
think it's
last year.
third.
No, he's going into his
Yeah,
third.
Yeah, this is
He's
about to
going
be
into his
his
third.
next year.
Either way,
Nah, that's
was
crazy.
gross.
You're
So
not-
you're
you're not
I
matching him
think
with him.
definitely Wemby going to the Spurs works out for him. Definitely.
What do y'all think about him as a player, though?
I mean,
I'm not
crazy
gonna hold you.
prospect.
I've seen.
I've never
never
seen
seen
anything
nothing
like
like
this.
it. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Crazy
I know.
prospect.
That's what I'm saying.
He
I was
shot a
like,
step back 3 and dunked it back in. I
dude,
gave up.
that clip
I gave
alone,
up everything,
that clip
bro.
alone
Like, that's
plays
too
in my
much.
head every time. Like, bro,
That-
he shot the 3, and then you just see him spawn in front of the basket and just slams it
My
in.
thing is,
That's
he's that
knowing your
big.
shot, knowing I missed,
Bro.
and let me show you that I'm the freakiest guy probably.
It's
ever.
like, bro, I missed.
'Cause
So
he
you
might-
happy?
he might be
Okay.
the freakiest prospect ever.
Bro, I
I don't know if he's
the
a
thing
better
is with him,
prospect than
it's not
LeBron,
even
though.
just his body; it's his motor. Like he's trying, like he has a mean streak to him. Like when you see him, like he blocks shots, he talks shit, he just do all the things that I
Yeah.
love in a basketball player. Like
He's a confident guy too, bro.
the thing is, the way he's tall. It's not. He's a great perimeter defender. It's really crazy to watch him play defense. So like even offensively, I think he'll catch up later on some like Giannis. He might not be a great offensive
Physically.
player to like maybe year 3 or 4, but defense.
Walking in defense, he might
He's
be
defensive player of the year, like maybe
candidate.
a year. Yeah.
Because you.
Oh no,
see-
yeah,
you-
defensive player of the year. He's
if you-
easily
if
might
you-
have a
he'll
lot of those in
if
his
you watch
bag.
his
Jared
French
Jackson
counterpart,
type play.
Yeah.
If you watch his French counterpart, Rudy Gobert, and you think anything highly of him, I don't personally, but I mean, he's a 3-time DPOY, sickening to me. But you know, he's
So do you
he's
think-
light years ahead of what he was?
Do you
I feel
think
like
by any chance, I'm gonna use it as an example, but I'm by no means comparing these two players to each other. But you remember Zion coming in at number 1, Zion and Ja situation. You know, everyone knew Zion could really, you know,
Zion better
he
than
was
Ja.
shaky.
Yeah.
But you know, we expected Zion to shine better than Ja. You know,
He's
I
better.
mean,
He's better.
he
than
has
He's
shined.
He's
No,
been
no,
better
yeah, no,
than
Injuries
yeah.
are the problem.
Yeah.
No,
But
definitely.
But as far as
No,
when
no,
he
definitely.
plays, he's 25-8.
No,
on
definitely.
52%
But my
shooting,
point,
he's
my
different.
point is, do you think we can see a repeat of that right now? I mean, Scoot Henderson obviously is like
This
the
draft
second
is-
best, pretty
I'm
much
saying,
coming
like,
in,
honest
or
to
at least
God,
the favorite second best right now.
In my opinion,
I
this
think this
draft
draft's gonna
might
have
be
at
the
least-
greatest draft possibly ever. It just all depends on what Victor goes out there and does. Because if Victor lives up to that hype,
Yeah. Victor
then
leads
this
the way.
might be the greatest draft
No,
ever.
yeah.
Because it's
It's-
not only
it's
Victor,
stats.
it's Scoot, the Thompson twins, Brandon
Yeah.
Miller,
There's too many.
Keontae George, Casey
I don't
Wallace.
think the Thompson
It's a
twins are gonna
lot.
pan out.
You don't think so?
I don't think.
Why
I
not?
mean, at worst, what do you think they are, though?
I mean, they're gonna be NBA players, but I don't think they're
He
gonna.
said they're gonna be NBA.
They're NBA.
So
You know,
they
they're
might not be on the bench.
When I say NBA players, like a dude that you know, like he's not gonna fall out the league. He might even have a 10-year career because he's a real basketball player, but he's not ever gonna like.
Give me your comparison, I guess. Who do you think that is?
Of a real NBA, like a Terrence Ross, like that's a real NBA player.
I mean,
Terrence Ross.
Try again.
I don't think
Another one.
I'm
Another
not
one.
comparing their skill, their games to
that's
Terrence
what I'm
Ross.
saying.
I'm just saying like they'll have that career where they'll bounce around, they'll move around. They just
I just
Marcus Morris. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, no,
no,
we're
no,
not doing that. We're
I'm
not
just,
doing
I'm not
A-
giving you
a
that's-
tad bit
that's not
better.
what we're doing. I'm not giving you game
You're just
comparisons.
saying-
I'm
you're
giving
saying
you solid
people that
NBA
stay
players
around
that stay around
and
that
I just
have
think-
real careers.
that. Have you watched them?
Yeah, but their competition is not what I like to see.
I understand that, but it's something about like watching somebody dominate a certain way that tells me like what they'll do against other players, and they're like head and shoulders in that league above it, and so I just don't expect.
Who
them
else
to be,
from that league is going to the NBA?
And that's hard to say. They got the guy coming out, Jay Gort. He's first round prospect.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
with Luka, I knew Luka was going to be Luka because who he was playing, and he
Luka-
was doing that
Luka-
against who he was
we
playing.
knew Luka
Same with
was
Wemby.
Luka.
Bro, Luka.
Same with Wemby though. Like,
I mean,
The Mavs
so-
straight in-
they got the other guy coming out of Wemby's team. That's a first round prospect too. That I mean, do you think he's better than the Thompson twins? Because I don't.
no.
So-
And another thing, you have to have a game that I know translates and won't fail. De'Aaron Fox, I was literally waiting for this moment for the longest. Like, I literally knew this was
Yeah.
coming.
I mean, I'm a Kentucky fan. It was real.
Like,
You
You said you're a what fan?
A Kentucky fan
Oh, I bet.
and a Florida State fan. Now, let me know.
like De'Aaron Fox's game.
I mean, Florida State is like football, basketball, everything they do. I support. Basketball, like first college team I was a fan of though was Kentucky.
Yeah, that's funny because I'm on a tech, and fortunate enough, I saw us play our girls basketball year. So
In your
I'm a
life,
basketball. What?
You just got to watch that live.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
it's
So
crazy.
in
But
basketball, yeah. But in football, Ohio State. Come on, let's go. Ohio State is my team always because of
I
Zeke.
get it.
But
Archie Manning is playing for Texas this year. I just want everybody to know that before we
you
make
think
our
let's
comeback.
not
Archie
get
Manning's
to
gonna
it.
start?
Before
No.
he's already started. He's gonna start.
He's not gonna start.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
People are
not.
saying I don't know. People are saying he might not start, bro.
Quinn Ewers is gonna start, bro.
They're saying he might not start, bro.
Something's
They're
gonna
gonna
have
find.
to happen.
He might start the season. They're gonna find an excuse to bench him like game 3.
It's gonna have to be an injury or
They're
something.
gonna fake it. Just trust me. Archie Manning starting. Just watch.
It won't do enough.
They're
If
gonna
if they wanna
at least
protect
give him a
if
chance
they wanna
to
protect
to
him,
live
they
up to his
don't need
name
to
at
play
least.
him this early. He's 17.
So?
No, what do you mean?
But do y'all see? Do
That
y'all?
last name
They
say
got
Manning.
these. They got these COVID kids playing. They're 25 year
Hey,
olds.
Lamar Jackson started playing college football at 17.
You're not comparing Archie Manning to Lamar Jackson.
Hey, one player had to throw the ball and get tackled. Throw the ball, and one player is running and getting tackled.
And throwing it too. He was doing both. And mind you,
But what I'm saying
that was
is
in the prime
Lamar
Florida
Jackson's
State
game is
era.
more of like you'll be more worried about an injury than Archie Manning, who's just throwing the ball.
I mean, being prepared, you would be more worried about a 17-year-old that just had a terrible spring game. Personally, like if you, I know
How the
That
hell did
man-
we?
that
How did
man
we
last
get
name
here,
is
guys?
Manning. Oh,
Because
he's-
How did we start talking about the NBA draft and we ended up talking about college
I don't know
football?
why he brought up Archie Manning. Like,
Question
Archie Manning's
though,
a guy.
back to the NBA draft. Question: do you see what? I mean, obviously, there's always a chance of something happening, but what are the chances, in y'all's opinion, that Wemby is gonna flop?
I mean,
Like, is it like? Because I mean, I feel like in everyone's books, it's very little. Like, it's.
Is he healthy?
it's
I don't.
I
I
mean-
don't think there's a world.
Let's not
where
say injuries, because injuries is just
Okay,
something.
well, then I don't think there's a world where he's actually playing in the NBA and he's
he
not a great
flops.
player.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think
No,
people
yeah, no,
are-
I mean,
it's
I
the
think
standard
the
that
same.
they want him to be. Like they're trying to compare him to LeBron coming in, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Or they're saying greatest prospect ever. That's the problem.
Yeah.
As far as like, he has the freakiest intangibles I've probably ever seen ever. But as far as like being ready, we don't know. He's a slender guy.
I don't think he's gonna be a Carmelo, KD, LeBron,
Walking
and just
20.
walk into the NBA and
Yeah.
get 20.
Because I mean, he's also joining a team that still, Pops got to do
Young.
some magic with them this
Young.
first season to figure it out, and they'll be fine. Another thing is size wise, I think he'll be fine, bro. Like, bro, when it comes to professional trainers, like one thing you have to realize, bro, this league, you know how like we're everyday people. We try to go if we go into the gym, we trying to gain weight. Bro, the things they do to get these guys to gain weight, bro, not trying to go back to football. We saw Marquise Brown gain like 30 pounds in off
I
season.
mean, football and basketball are totally
I
different.
mean, I get that, but at the end of the day, it's still
even-
professional. I think
even-
he can gain enough size.
But look at shit. Like that's somebody like slender build. We're expecting him to gain weight, and I mean he had a year off because of the injury. But I mean, if you've seen pictures before and after, he's a little bigger, but he hasn't changed. Like that's his frame. What if Wemby's just that's his frame. Like we don't think like
He'll put it on.
Giannis.
He's
Okay, but
he
when
has a
I'm
teenage
saying
body.
weight,
No,
I'm saying that
we're not gonna give everybody that Giannis treatment and expect you to get 240. Like you saw,
yeah,
how Giannis came in.
Giannis
But
was
Giannis
crazy.
Giannis went to go get that weight. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't like a natural what he put on.
I mean,
even KD's way
but
heavier than what he came
look,
in at.
Even
Yeah.
look at his siblings. Like Giannis's family has the genes to do that.
At the end of the day, though, Wemby.
But I'm saying KD's way bigger than what he came in at. So is Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
But, like the NBA's gonna put like LeBron
Yeah.
is way bigger than.
No,
Wemby.
I understand that.
That-
But I'm
that-
talking about like the naturalness to it. Like Wemby is a slender guy. Like he's 7'5". Like
Yeah, I don't- I
what do
don't
you
think-
expect?
I don't think he can
How
get
much?
to Gian-
How
if he
much
gets
do you
to
think he's gonna
Giannis-
be?
So
Like,
the thing
no,
with
even
Wemby, the thing with
Giannis
Wemby is,
he's gonna be the
Wrap
greatest.
that-
bro,
He gets to Giannis, he's the
no. If Wemby, when Wemby gains weight, I don't think we're gonna see it so much physically, but I think we're gonna like experience it. Like we're gonna watch him get stronger. Like his strength is gonna
You're
get
gonna see
better.
it. You
He's
saw
gonna
it with
get,
KD.
but like he's not gonna, but
see,
he's
with-
not
with-
gonna bulk. Like he might not bulk up like Giannis
his,
or nothing like
with
that.
his frame, I don't think he could ever be NBA strong.
You don't think so? Why not?
Nah,
I'm
because
cause
it's
7'5", bro.
it's
You're
just
too
too
up
many
and
people
down,
that
bro.
it's people that have natural grown man bodies that got like JoJo had a natural grown man body coming in, and now he's just unbelievably strong. Jokic
Yeah.
is unbelievably strong.
Yeah.
Even Anthony Davis, who's on the not the stronger side of things, he's just still strong.
Yeah.
And he's actually one of the, I would say like he's not even a strong type player.
I think the problem will be is the position he ends up playing. I think he's a natural 4. He's just 7'5". Like,
They're gonna put him at
and
center,
that's just
though.
like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is a 4. You know what I'm saying? They want him to play the 5, then he got to go bang with Jokic, and Jokic
Bro.
is 290.
But there's only
And then you're
two
trying to
fives.
swap Tristan
Yeah,
Thompson
it's
in to cover. No, bro, that's
I mean,
not gonna happen.
It was too late. They should have did it earlier. But
Bro,
that's
yeah,
besides
like
the
that
point.
was.
But, I mean, like
I don't
said,
think Tristan Thompson could have done
Don't
much
Lakers
against
fans,
Jokic.
don't make
No, we're
me-
not even. Let's get off the topic.
I don't think so,
Let's
but
get off
let's
the
go
topic
back.
Because Zeke's
Oh
here,
my
and I don't wanna
god,
have
he
to go
said
back and forth.
Tristan Thompson should have did that.
They should've
I
played each other.
don't think
They
Tristan
need
Thompson
somebody
would have
to
done
throw
much,
bodies
bro. I won't lie to
They
you.
threw bodies at
He's talking about the Kardashians.
I think Tristan
alright.
Thompson in certain plays it could have worked out, but the whole series, nah.
Nah, I mean,
Let's go back. Let's change the topic. Go back.
Once you took AD off of Jokic, like, why didn't you? Like, you needed. Like, the first time we played them in the bubble, we had multiple bigs throwing them at him. We threw Dwight Howard. We threw AD, JaVale McGee.
He
Like,
wasn't
it was.
as good.
When are we
I mean,
gonna
obviously it's
when
not.
are we gonna learn this? You can't stop Jokic. I'm sorry, you just can't.
It's
We-
not
we
stopping
we
him, though.
just
You
learned
don't-
it.
You don't.
Bro,
you don't-
like
guys,
this
no,
series
no,
should have
no.
been enough.
My
You
thing isn't
can't stop
about
him.
stopping
He
him.
was stoppable
It's
up
not
until this
about
season.
stopping
Yeah.
him, though. You don't stop the greats. You don't
Yeah.
stop them.
You can't slow him down necessarily. Like you can slow him
You
down
slow
in
him
one
down.
quarter.
They
I mean, you
slow
can
him
slow him
down.
down. You can slow him down in like, but like you know how some players you can slow them like they can start off strong, but you can slow them down the rest of the game. Like they have like a good first half, and then that second half you just have them
I
locked.
mean, we watched-
Jokic is not that kind.
We
of guy.
watched Jokic. There was times
Yeah,
where he
he
wasn't on the
froze.
ball. Like, I mean, we watched Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that's when
average
Jamal
30,
Murray.
like,
But that's when
what
Jamal
I'm
Murray
saying,
started like being a madman and just doing
One
crazy
thing I would
stuff.
say about them two, that I can just call early. They had one of the greatest pick and rolls I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I mean,
Steve Nash,
Yeah.
Amari Stoudemire is another one. Tony Parker and Tim
Yeah.
Duncan, but this Jokic and Jamal Murray shit looks like the most unstoppable shit I've ever
Yeah.
seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're
As
both.
far as a 2-man game,
if
like
you watch them, they
Because
both
yeah,
have the
Jokic
skill
is
set
not
of being
fast, but Jokic is strong,
dog.
bro.
it's just
He's a brick wall.
They
You-
can do pick and pop,
bounce
or They
off.
can pick and pop and pick and roll, and
and
Jamal Murray
pop,
can keep
roll.
the ball. He can do a handoff. It's just too
Their
many
touch.
options.
They have
Yeah.
the best two. Both like two together. Like the touch they have between them two are probably the greatest.
And then the
that we've
space it
seen.
creates on the floor when they're doing it, because you have to tag off of Michael Porter just to be in help. You have to tag off KCP to be in help. But that's
what I'm
really
saying.
what's
they
killing
have.
everybody.
They have the most complete team in this playoffs, and it's by far.
So
Nah, the Celtics
So-
do, but we can come at this. and
So
take it.
this,
We're not
so this.
We not doing
Back
that.
to Wemby. So this. It's a tough one. How long you think it's gonna get them to get a ring with Wemby on that team?
I've never put anything past the first 8 years. It's
So-
been at
I mean,
least
that's
8.
that's
everybody
like,
wins around 27.
if
There's no way he's
if we're
walking
talking
in
about
like that.
his
No, definitely. He's not winning a ring his first couple of years. That's not happening.
That
That's
team,
not.
they're
But I'm
gonna have to
saying,
do a lot of reconstructing to that team.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's Wemby. Everybody's gonna. I mean, I'm gonna assume
To be
people
honest,
are gonna want to play.
We
with him.
really won't
Yeah,
know what
definitely.
his NBA. We won't know how it's gonna go till we see his NBA game next year.
What
Because
they
he
want
might
him
he
to
might
do.
need like a Damian Lillard type point guard, or he might need somebody that's like kind of like a Derrick Rose, so he can run like somebody that gets to the rack really really
quick.
well.
To
So like
take the
Yeah.
pressure off of him.
yeah.
yeah, he's
I mean-
gonna need that.
I don't know which one he's gonna
Speaking
need
on
yet.
Dame though, sorry, Coach. Speaking on Dame, y'all. I mean, we all
Please
know all
don't
the
talk
all the
about
BS going on. You know, some of the fans want Dame
Weird.
gone. What do y'all think about that? Y'all
Dame
think
is-
that
Dame is the problem. He's the problem.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yes. You can't.
Why?
You
He's
can't
been weird about it
request
the whole
so
time.
much from a franchise like and try to play this super loyal.
Yeah.
Stand down. I'm gonna bring a championship to Portland. Like, no, you're not. And everybody in the world knows it, except you. And then now it's like, well, if the fans want me gone, y'all might as well trade me. Like, that's some sucker shit.
I also thought it was off
I hated
whenever
that.
y'all saw the comment he made about he said something about young players is not gonna be what's gonna change this team or something like that. I think he made a comment on that, and
He's not wrong, but you're staying down with a team that doesn't have enough, and you know that, so you know you're gonna be in that realm of drafting.
yeah, you have to draft.
My
Like, what are
thing
you
is-
supposed to do? Not
I
draft?
think
Like,
you're
bro,
either
Trade him.
you're either
Ship
trying
him
to
off.
win a ring or you're Bradley Beal. That's just
And
Literally,
Bradley
he's
Beal.
like-
no,
Bradley
but-
Beal takes the bag and he shuts
Yeah,
up.
no, Bradley
Just
Beal.
get the bag and
Carmelo
shut up, bro.
Anthony's, Damian Lillard's. Like, we're not gonna set Bradley Beal out there by himself because Damian Lillard has been that.
He's by himself.
Damian
He doesn't
Lillard.
make
No,
the playoffs.
Damian
He doesn't
Lillard.
make the playoffs.
Bradley.
Is he not finna get $300 million or what?
But he
his
doesn't
contract?
make playoffs one time since John
No,
Wall been
I
hurt.
understand that, but I'm saying, what is his contract? Like, you signing these contracts? Oh, I'm loyal. I'm staying down.
But I'm
like,
saying he don't
I
say
wanna hear
nothing
that.
though.
Who?
Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal just stay in his little corner
Bradley
and just
Beal
be
know
chilling.
what's up. He's not. That's why I understand.
So that's what Dame needs to do, pretty much.
Yeah, it's either
At
either
this
You have to
point-
pick one. You
at this
can't.
point-
Yeah.
at this
be
point.
about that bag or about that winning.
Yeah.
And
Which I don't really
he's
understand
shown
what
that- he's shown. I mean, he had times where they were competent team in the West.
Yeah.
They weren't enough, and he wasn't enough. And now it's like, oh well, I'm not staying down for the rebuild. It's like, my nigga, you wanted this. You signed those contracts.
Yeah.
Then nobody forced you to stay here.
Like, bro,
People
you
been trying to get
saw
you
the
going.
bread. Yeah.
People have been trying to get him out of Portland for years. This isn't something that just started, and now he wants to say, oh, I can't stick around for the rebuild. Like, my nigga, you are the reason they're rebuilding. Literally, you're taking all that money.
I feel like his basketball mortality started showing this year. Like, he like, damn, we ain't catch the playoffs. All right, I can't. Yeah, I got.
I mean, it
Like,
was-
you
it
know,
didn't
like,
start
you know,
this
like-
year. The last year they had the 7th pick.
Yeah, like
They got my guy Shaden.
Shaden,
And he might be the most athletic person in the NBA right now.
I called it too. Like,
Freak.
he
I
way he
hated-
jumps is so different.
I hated how Cal didn't play him when he was there. Like, I hated that stupidity. But you know, I love Cal.
So you think ship Dame off? Like if you
Dame,
were
yeah.
if you're the
Yeah.
GM,
Ship
you're
him off or Dame shut the hell up. Like, it's
no,
one
ship
of the
him
two.
off, ship him off. Because
if you're keeping
if
Dame,
you're
oh,
building
go
for
ahead.
the future, I think Anthony Simons, Shaden
Shade.
Sharp.
Yeah.
If you have to pick this year, if you trade Dame, you get some more assets. I would rather that than
That's
y'all
the
just
smartest thing. But like I said, there's a person in that makes it difficult. Not too many teams can just eclipse his salary. And there's only so many teams that have the assets that actually match what Dame is.
I think
So,
Boston would be the perfect place for him.
I mean, yeah.
For
maybe
Dame?
Yeah.
You're gonna send Jaylen Brown over here.
You think
We're
that can
not
work
doing
out?
that. We're
Oh,
not
so you
doing
got to get
that,
rid of
bro.
Jaylen Brown.
Well, I mean,
But do
Jaylen
you
Brown's
think that-
gone regardless. But I'm not giving Dame that after all that he's done and all the crap he started. Because I used to.
That's
I
a
used to be
bailout, right?
Yeah, definitely.
literally a
I used
bailout.
to be a big Dame guy.
I would
man.
love to see Dame and Jason Tatum on the same team.
I mean, who
But
would
you're
I would love to
Jason
see
Tatum,
that.
so why-
That's
Yeah.
I would love to
That's
see
a
that
good
too.
point.
because
But
when they both lose, we can just go ahead and wrap that up.
so
I mean, no,
so
no.
you just hate
We're-
Jason
I've
Tatum and the
wrapped- I've
Celtics.
wrapped up.
Jason Tatum
Damian
is.
Lillard, though.
You ever been around rich kids talking shit?
Oh man.
That's what Jason Tatum is to me. Like, it's
Oh
like
my God.
it's like rich kids talking, like popping their shit. Like, you ain't got this. Like, nigga, your daddy got you that. Like, I wouldn't.
I mean, we're not gonna say his daddy got him nothing. He's a 30-point per player. point
bro,
per
he
game
walked.
player, like-
He walked onto a team.
You don't walk into 30 points per game. Is all I'm saying.
All I'm
we're
saying
not
is
gonna. We're
the
not gonna
team
go
that
in-
he was drafted to was in the conference finals. His rookie season, he was in conference finals. The year after that, I think
Who was the
they-
best player in that series
What-
for
what?
the Boston Celtics?
What? Which
it
one?
was
What's,
him.
is the rookie season?
The rookie season. It was him.
It was a group
The
effort.
next year again.
You can
Who
keep
was it
trying to
again?
force that
No,
narrative
no,
of
no,
him
no,
being
no,
the
no,
best
no.
player.
I'm just asking you.
Do
who
you
was the
remember
best
anybody
player?
saying Jason Tatum led the Celtics to the
mean-
conference finals?
I mean, he was
in
I
7
mean,
games. with
Look,
LeBron?
I
It
think
would
you're
be-
being too
think
harsh
about
on
that,
him. Though.
That's a rookie. That would be a great rookie story, though.
That would.
He went to 7 games with LeBron his
The
rookie
guy,
season, right?
the
Do
guy.
you remember
not
anybody
only
saying
did he-
that?
Not only did he go
No,
to
right?
7.
Didn't
he was,
happen.
was he not the guy, the featured guy? Like, who was the featured guy?
He was
in that
hooping. He was
was
he
the
was
featured
there.
guy.
He
Who
was
the
like
featured guy? I mean,
I'm
you're
telling
gonna
you,
say
it
Terry
was
Rozier.
Terry Rozier, Al Horford.
Like,
nah,
oh,
but like
bro.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum
Everybody
was the
knew the
best
team was
player.
Jason Tatum's team. We knew
No,
that.
no,
His
no,
rookie
no.
season?
At the time, it
Not
was-
necessarily his
it was
rookies, but like we
supposed
knew he was gonna
Kyrie's
grow
team.
to be
it
that
was
It was
guy.
supposed to be Kyrie's team, and Kyrie got hurt.
I
And
mean,
then
yeah, no, but
they
we
sailed
knew
LeBron.
Jason
Kyrie
Tatum
going to
was gonna
Hayward's
grow to
team.
be that guy. Like, do we not know
And then
that?
he got hurt.
Yeah, but I'm saying their team was deep, bro. Marcus Morris is on that team. Marcus
Yeah.
Smart is on that team. Jalen Brown's on it. Matter of fact, everybody that Jason Tatum is still with, they've been on the Celtics longer than Jason Tatum. They've seen more conference finals than Jason Tatum.
So, I just think the problem it's a league-wide thing to where, and I mean honestly, I blame LeBron for going to the Heat. ever since it's been super team trying to build now, trying to win now, which I get.
I think
but
we're
I
back
feel
to
like
normal.
The CBA is
I
going to
think-
change.
no, I
The
think-
CBA that they have in place for next year, for the next 7 years, I believe, is put in place to hinder that.
No, it's about to get.
No,
wicked.
yeah, no, it's definitely
Ben
balanced
Simmons,
out
Ben
now.
Simmons ruined he did a lot. He
It
did
was
a
Ben
number.
Simmons. We tried to put it on Ben Simmons folded, and
Him
James
and
Harden won in the
James,
league.
James
Yeah.
Harden and Ben
while
Simmons made
Kyrie
it
was
way
going through his
Yeah.
problems with the NBA behind the Jewish comments,
Yeah.
remarks, and stuff like that, I would say that's where the NBA got kind of funny, because you get James Harden and you trade him for Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons was already not playing. That guy right there is unserious.
And then Ben Simmons came and just even made your franchise more stinky.
The guy
like
back-
just plummeted the whole thing.
He's
Regardless though,
something, bro.
I
I've never
think
seen
the
a head
super
case
team
like that.
mentality.
I've never seen somebody so privileged.
Oh no, yes.
If
Jason-
we're,
yes.
if we're
Jason
gonna
Tatum.
talk, no.
Jason Tatum might be
Tatum
No.
still goes out there and performs. We're talking about a guy that's
He
like
called himself the best player in the
his
world.
stress was making
Honestly,
his
he's
back
not.
up.
I mean,
He
it's
called
just
himself
one of
the
those
best
things
player.
where
Yes.
you know when
Yes,
players,
exactly.
when players are under a lot of scrutiny, they want to say something to be like, "I'm that guy." LeBron did it too. Everybody does it.
But LeBron
was that guy.
I mean, no, I know that, but like,
It wasn't a
but
thing where
I'm
it's
just saying.
confusing.
No, I'm saying when LeBron lost to the Warriors that first time, it's not that he wasn't that guy, but he did it, and everybody was trying to make it because he said, "I'm the best player to ever play the game." He said that, and everybody was, because of the Jordan
upset at that
situation.
comment.
I wasn't, but you know who
LeBron had a
was
right
upset
to-
about that.
Bro, he was
LeBron-
saying by then. By then, it was like
Yeah, he's 4 MVPs and two.
No, yeah, I'm just saying that,
two
like,
rings in.
I'm just saying that a lot of times when good players or great players are in a position, and I think that's what Jason Tatum is trying to do, but he doesn't have enough to do that. Like, you don't have
he
an
didn't say-
MVP.
but the thing is, he said he's one of them. He can feel that way.
Oh yeah, well that's cool.
He can feel. No, he can.
But
honestly
you
feel
understand
that way.
how that sounds when you're down
I
2-0,
mean,
3-0.
No. Was that?
No, that was
That was
that
a series
was
before.
that
That
was.
was-
That was the
that
Civil
was
series
the
option.
the
I'm
Philly
tripping.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he dropped 50 in Game 7, the 51, I mean, and the highest.
He tried,
Yeah.
to throw that, he tried to throw that in
Yeah,
like
'cause
he
that
was
was
just like he was
And
just like that.
he tried to
51
knock a
points is
51
crazy,
point
bro.
per
In the
game
game
performance.
7, against the MVP of the league, and supposedly one of the best scorers in the league, supposedly again.
I mean, no. Harden is not in that conversation anymore.
That's why I said
not.
supposedly
No,
because
nobody-
Harden
that
don't
was
even showing
about-
up no
no,
more.
that was a JoJo.
I thought it was Embiid.
Is that about JoJo or is
If
that
you're
about
talking
James Harden?
No,
nah,
James
bro.
Harden.
He's
Oh,
Harden.
no. James
He's a
Harden.
20 and 10 guy that can get you 30 some nights, but you
But-
don't expect 30 from him no more.
It's funny because before the conference finals, I was telling somebody like, "How did Embiid lose or whatever?" I'm like, "Nigga, Jamal Murray's better than James Harden. That's how he lost."
Yeah,
Oh
literally.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And then company Maxey is a really good.
I
young
think
piece.
Philly's roster is great. I just think that
They're
you
running
need
into
you need to go to if James Harden was KD or just somebody that can really Devin Booker, like that team
Yeah,
runs
a true like I'm gonna score.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that team it
It's
functions
not
so
that
much
no more.
different.
It's not that no more.
Yeah, James
Even-
Harden isn't where he was when
even
he
if
was
we
in
have
conversation.
The Harden from Houston is different because then it doesn't mesh as well with Embiid.
Embiid, yeah.
We're watching Embiid.
I think
be-
Harden is scared. Even with the 40
He doesn't
point
want the
games,
scrutiny.
he's scared to
He doesn't
score.
want the
Like,
scrutiny.
it's so weird to watch him play. Like, bro, what's wrong with you?
It's sometimes you see him pass up shots and like certain
He
like it's
just
an
doesn't-
open
he
lane,
doesn't
like
want the
go
scrutiny.
in.
Or to just be like
He's had too much all his career of letdowns in the playoffs. The Spurs, Ginobili blocking him over the top. Like
Yeah.
it's stuff like that has ruined.
Bro, Harden
Harden's
is just-
playoff
Harden
resume
is-
filthy. Like it's dirty. It's just everywhere. It's just stains. Just
blemishes
Harden
everywhere.
is just like he's just like okay, here,
Harden's
take the
still
ball.
my
Like
guy,
I don't know
though.
what to do with the ball no
He's
more.
still
Like
my guy though because
no, he's definitely still. I mean, he's
the
still a great
gravity of
basketball
James
player.
Harden is still there. It's just the ability isn't. Like he literally the first step is took
I think
a hit.
They said he might go to Phoenix. I think he can go play full-time point guard. I don't think he can
Yeah,
just
he's not a
if
shooter.
he has to be
anymore.
relied on for anything that's just outside of passing, I think he's just gonna fold every time. Like
He's just truly not a shooting guard anymore. He's
That
he's
Houston-
a combo that is now converted into
a
full-time point guard.
Yeah.
And people still want him to be James Harden from Houston, and
Yeah,
that is
he's
done.
not.
Well,
Like
even-
that was the
even-
best
not
he ever
even that
was.
We want you to be James Harden from Houston. We just want you to like James Harden. you
Score
can-
like
no, not even that. You can if you
He
can
had 240 balls this playoffs. It's
but
there,
it went
but
from
it's
40.
just like
It went from 40 to like
17 or
16,
something like that, yeah.
40 to 16. Like,
yeah, no, it's
just-
the inconsistency.
if you
thing.
score
yeah.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20, that's even better than you giving me 40 every
Yeah.
once in a while and then 16. Like
I mean,
If you give me a
something from-
consistent, if you can give
I
me a
mean,
consistent
I
28.
personally
a
take
consistent something.
40 because he had a 45 and a 42,
Mhm.
and then I think he had like a 17, and I don't remember the other one. But
But
it's
here's
just
my thing.
it's the timing of it. That's his problem. He went missing in the fourth quarter.
He goes
That's,
missing.
Yeah.
that's why it's so bad. That's where you want a consistent guy, and he's nowhere to be found because in the fourth quarter he's like, I don't want to be the problem. I don't want to be the blame.
Yeah.
It's more about
he had 2
the
game
media.
wins.
The media
Crazy.
really puts these players in positions to not want to fail. And
No, literally, because like, bro,
the media will scrutinize the living hell out of you, and I don't think anybody wants that. You
I think that's just life pressure. Because before the media, these dudes have always been the best basketball player on any team they played on.
no, but the media is getting like the media is
It's
it's
crazy.
not
The
where
NBA
it
media
used. Like the
now
media
is
is traveled so
Stephen
far.
Stephen A. Smith.
There's a
And
Stephen
then-
A. Smith that gets to scrutinize people.
And
that's
Stephen
like,
A is gonna yell at you.
Come on,
Bro, I say this all the time. Imagine
my guy, though.
football, basketball,
Stephen A.
baseball, whatever you
I mean,
play.
essentially, I like a story.
No, yeah.
What he's done- what he's
Imagine.
done is crazy, but I still don't like the way he gets to get on there and scrutinize. That's why I'm glad JJ Redick gets on there and gets on.
No,
there.
JJ Redick, I actually love because
gets on
I
the-
love Stephen A. But sometimes I'm like, yo, come back. Like you're far away again.
See,
come
my-
back.
my
He's a
only
come back.
journalist. He's a journalist.
Yeah.
That's what he truly is. He's a sports
And
journalist.
then another
See, my only
thing,
problem, they don't break
is
down-
like
they don't break down the game enough for me. Like they really just be talking. Like a
It's
lot of them
opinions,
is
man.
a lot of what they scrutinize is your personality or
Yeah.
How you act,
yeah, how you
on and
act,
off the court, like-
like how you
Well,
showed
I
up to the
like
game.
basketball to be about basketball.
Like, bro,
And Stephen A., the knock about him is
Like-
when it comes to basketball, it's not always about that. It's about everything else. It's about who he's dating and where he was at on the weekend. Like, if
Was he
you're-
partying?
If you
Was
were
he-
partying on the weekend and you come play good come Monday morning? I don't give a damn what you were doing. Like personally, like James Harden, we watched that. We lived that. James Harden was the man in Houston, going out, turning up, and he was going out there.
he was
every
gaining
day.
weight and still hooping. he was
But
yeah.
Wayne
the-
Bang
bro,
thing
he was
is
in the
such a-
he was
Yeah.
in the studio with Lil Baby till like 5 a.m.
And
then
will
play-
still come
and
hoop.
And then would play.
No, yeah. So some
But-
people are just good. Like, and that's one thing that just to go back in the day, that's something that I feel like Phil Jackson understood. He's like, some of these players are just good, and they just have to be with it. Like Dennis Rodman, you
It's
can't
been there in history.
stop Dennis Rodman from being Dennis
Michael
Rodman.
Jordan, like,
Or Michael
was a son of
Jordan,
him,
or,
and
you know,
nobody- and that's not it. Does, it
Scottie
never hindered
Pippen.
him.
You know, there's players like LeBron
That's a
James.
weirdo.
There's players like LeBron James
Yeah,
who's
he's
your
weird.
who's your
He's
ultimate
sick,
dream of a
weird.
player who's like, I want him to be great. I want him to be humble. I want him to be. There's players like that. But and that's another thing. Like
It's
the
young.
I
humility
feel like
thing.
I feel like everybody wants a Kobe in sports, somebody that's just completely
Super.
dedicated.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the craft.
dedicated to the game. But it's
Yeah,
like,
just
That's
like, you're
if
not
I,
gonna get
but
that.
at the end,
That's
that's
not
not
real life, bro.
realistic,
That's
bro.
not real life, bro.
Like, but think about that. Kobe was just that disciplined. Think about this. You're making millions of dollars. You have access to
Well,
whatever you want.
It's because what he was
And-
chasing.
It's not even that.
It's
Kobe's
'cause when he was-
background is different. His dad was in the NBA,
Yeah.
so he just kind of like
Been around it. Then
He
he
kinda
wasn't-
knew
he
the
didn't live in
regimen before
America.
he ever
He
got
didn't live
it.
in America in his teenager years. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
bro.
no, Kobe was
he
actually
he
like-
different.
his
locked in.
mentality was like more like
He had
Yeah.
to be locked in.
he was an adult kind of earlier.
He was
Bro,
bridged
have
to
you?
be gapped in.
I saw a video of two videos actually. It was a video of I think they're doing like a day in the life of Kobe or something. He was going to class, and bro, you see him among high school kids, his teammates. You think it's Kobe now, like Kobe, like
He was
in the
mature.
2000s.
Maturity
And then you
levels
see him going. He
skyrocketed.
went to prom with Brandy, and it's like, bro, like
But
this
he was,
looks
I'm
like.
telling you, he was just really one of
Bro.
those dudes that's like really mature beyond his years.
No, yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely. And you
That's
can
why-
tell the way he
that's why
talks
we
and
don't even-
everything.
we
The
don't
way
have
he
to
talks and
another
everything.
Kobe.
one thing we don't
type
credit
player
Kobe
since.
with.
No, yeah,
Kobe was
that-
winning championships at 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
Like, and he was three-peating as the second best player on the team. That's not even normal as far as just like
not,
being
it's
that
not.
great.
Bro, you came in at 18 years old and you're guarding Jordan, the greatest player in the world. Like,
He was an
bro,
all-star.
like, bro, like
Like
he,
I-
Kobe
is
did his
sick,
thing,
like,
bro.
And I grew up being
The biggest Kobe hater.
I wouldn't say the biggest Kobe hater. My best friend growing up, man, he was a Kobe lover, Laker lover, and I hated him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like guys like Ray Allen, Dirk, you know what I'm saying? LeBron when he
Second
walked
favorite
in.
player.
Huh?
Dirk's my second favorite player.
Dirk is
Dirk Nowitzki?
Dirk, like I don't know how to explain him. Like the greatest thing that ever happened to Dallas, and
Bro.
Luka is coming up.
Like,
I
bro.
want Luka to eclipse that though.
I don't think-
Luka has to win a
See,
championship
Luka.
again,
it's
bro.
tough.
I feel like Luka can win more, but I don't think Luka will ever have the love that Dirk. Like,
I mean,
No, I don't think anybody will
love
ever
Dirk
have the
has-
love
I
that
think
Dirk
I think
had.
we respect Luka as a better basketball player,
He's
but just
better. He's
but
better.
Dirk as Dirk married an African woman,
Bro,
There's
Dirk-
really nothing left for him to like. There's
That's
literally
funny.
nothing left for him to
but
do
I'm
with
saying
us. Like,
that's where it goes. But I'm saying as far as like Luka has the intangibles and he has the things.
Oh, yeah.
He's already shown 4 times for first team All NBA in 5 years. It's ridiculous. We've
Luka
never
is
seen it before.
easily
We've never
a good
even seen
basketball
that
player,
before.
bro.
yeah, I know. He's,
So
he's
it's
different.
just
With Dirk
just
and,
love
and
Luka.
I respect Dirk
people
as
say-
well for this.
That's my dog.
Because I hope Jimmy Butler can do what he did.
I pray to God that Jimmy Butler does not win this ring. I'm
Oh,
not-
for real?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
It's
No,
gonna put him
I
in a conversation that he
He's a
deserves to be in.
superstar. He's a superstar.
but
I'm
it's-
still gonna put Dirk's because bro, Dirk played in prime.
Dirk's and
like-
his are different. And then there's different obstacles now with the play-in and all that
Yeah.
shit. Like, I mean, it's either you're in or you aren't back in the day. And Dirk did what he had to do, handled everybody. He ran through
Yeah.
Kobe, KD,
Man,
Tim Duncan, and LeBron. Like,
he
Like, all
played
in one
all
run.
good
look at
teams.
those teams that were named.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what's going on with
No,
in
yeah,
Miami.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's playing out his mind. Jimmy
out his
is
mind.
leading a team.
But I'll say this: I
That
think
should
what
be
the
there.
Heat, what
Honest
they
to
need
God.
to do though, they need to
some
tonight
respect on his name.
win. They need to win that game tonight. Just close it out. Just close. I'm not saying
They're
there's
gonna
gonna be
win-
a
they're gonna win
3-0
the
comeback.
series regardless.
I don't
Like,
think there's gonna be. No, they
it
will.
doesn't matter
They
how
will.
it- how
But
it
the
looks.
problem with
There's
sports.
no way in hell the Celtics win 4 straight.
Oh no, I know that. But the problem is like the problem with sports and the problem, not even just sports, but the problem with the team that he has is he doesn't have a team to where if momentum drops from their side, like let's say the Celtics win 2 in a row now, like that's already scary enough. He doesn't have a, like his team supports him enough, but he has to do a lot of heavy lifting. He doesn't have a team to where like he can just like allow that momentum to switch
I
and
mean,
get it back easily.
No,
won't.
he
It's
does,
impossible.
because-
We
I
just
don't-
watched- we
Because
just
I
watched
think
Gabe Vincent
I
have
think he
29.
I think he has.
We watched him have 29.
His
last
team isn't full of like as far as skill, and
Yeah,
athleticism.
yeah.
They're not full of dogs, but like mentally, there's not one.
They're-
one person that's a whole.
They're
that's
the
playing on
most
team.
prepared team to close out a series like this. Like Spoelstra's not gonna let it happen. Pat Riley is not. gonna let that happen.
Them winning 2 games
They're-
away, that
They're
series is already over
really
for me.
just they're too unscary. Like they're just really too.
They got-
And then
they have- they have the
Jimmy
pieces.
Butler is just like, there's nothing like when you have a team that is struggling or that was struggling, and then your leader just steps up to like the maximum. Like you can't step up more than this.
I mean,
bro.
I just never thought
Like-
they were struggling as hard as people paint them out to be. Like, I mean, in a sense, there was moments because I mean, Victor Oladipo got hurt and Tyler Hero got hurt. That's crazy. That's why it's so remarkable that they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because you took 20
Not
points
even-
per game.
Forget the Victor Oladipo part. The Tyler
But
Hero part
20
just
points.
makes it kind of crazy.
It's
like,
20 points per game. Took out your team, and now you have other people filling in and
Not even
stepping
that,
up.
he's also running combo guard play, so you just don't
Yeah,
have as
but-
much playmaking. It's just like, dang, y'all took that away,
Then
and
you-
they
then-
still
but
they murdering.
They
people,
were
like,
they weren't relying on him as much. I mean, they weren't relying on guys like Kyle Lowry as much at the time, and that's where having a Kyle Lowry
Lowry
is
comes into
important.
play,
Yeah.
like, when
because
you're-
it's like Kyle Lowry is still Kyle Lowry as far as
he's
like,
There's,
veteran,
it's a
bro. He's a
sleeper. Like you
veteran.
know, you
he's a
leave him in the
playoff-
back door and then
playoff
he
guy.
he
He's been
sneaks
in the playoff
out.
for
You know.
years. He's been able to do what he does for years.
He's
so
not
being
scared.
able to walk in and then adding a Kevin Love who's
Yeah, he has championship
He has
experience. He has playoff
Even though
experience.
LeBron
Like you
didn't
know,
use
he has
him- LeBron didn't
leadership.
use him correctly, but Jimmy Butler, I
he
feel like
turned him
he's
into a
using
winner.
him.
I don't care about all that. Use him correctly. Stuff. The stuff that Kevin Love was doing prior was amazing, but it didn't result to winning. Him minimizing his role, playing with LeBron and Kyrie and company, they won.
Y'all could have
Who
probably
cares?
blew them out if y'all knew how to use Kevin Love correctly.
Stop it. We're not going
Bro.
there. But all I'm saying is the Heat, they've exceeded expectations. It's amazing. Jimmy Butler's great. Bam Adebayo, great.
Just real
Better.
quick, can we?
No.
I know the Heat exceeded expectations. Could we say that about the Nuggets?
They exceeded. I mean,
Started
at
coming
the
into the
beginning,
season,
to
yeah.
be honest, people
Coming into the season.
disrespected them over
I
and
feel like
over
it was
again.
more
It's
disrespect.
more disrespect than
We
them
can't really say
over-
they exceeded
They didn't-
expectations.
they're
They
number
didn't-
one
okay.
seed, like,
Yeah,
still
they're number one
seed.
seed with a 2-time MVP. Like,
So here's the
And
thing.
then they got the guy that was killing before
No, yeah.
back from injury, and he's still killing.
Coming
again.
into the
And Michael
season-
Porter Jr., a number one. He would have been a number one pick if that back.
back
wasn't
that,
so
yeah,
up.
if his back was
Like,
right, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's stuff
yeah.
like that. Then they got a number 4 pick, Aaron Gordon. Like, it's not too much about them over exceeding. It's more about them finally stepping up to the plate and doing what they're supposed to
I
do.
feel like they're right on time. Jokic is 28 years old. Jamal Murray's what, 25?
25.
6?
Yeah, he's like 25, 26.
Yeah, Michael Porter's around the same age. Like they're kind of.
He's like
right on
24.
time
I
to,
think
like,
he's
24,
he's younger.
23.
Yeah, I'm saying they're
Mike
right
Porter.
around.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's
same
just
age
it's
group.
just you have enough. You have everything you need, and you have your superstar, and you have your Robin and Jamal Murray. And when I say
And their
Robin,
coach.
and
And it's like a, it's
Mike-
like
Mike
it's
Malone been
it's,
there
it's
for
like
8
a
years.
Batman plus, low key. Like it's like
Yeah,
like
yeah. But
like
when
you
I say
know.
Robin, it's not a knock.
No, I
It's-
know
it's
what you're saying. I'm
there
just
has to be-
saying.
There's
Yeah.
there's 1A, and I don't know if I mean Jamal Murray has now eclipsed to be a 1B.
Yeah.
I'll say that he's 1B, but having a 1A 1B is like LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah.
and LeBron and AD, depending the game, and you know what I'm
Pending the
saying?
game. But
It's-
I'll say this though, like what's it called? What's his name? Jamal. So the Nuggets, they once the season started and they were halfway through the season by All-Star break, like they were already like, okay, this is a great
the
team.
swing of
I didn't have them going to the finals though, but it was a great team. But they exceeded expectation coming into the season because you had Jokic left alone. You had Jamal Murray coming off an injury. He hadn't played a whole season. We didn't know he could have plummeted. He could have rose to the
I just
occasion,
think-
which he did, thankfully. He didn't play till he didn't even start the season with them, So it's just, so a team like that, they're not supposed to do the things that they ended up doing. Like the
I
way
disagree.
they
Yeah,
make
like,
it.
I really can't agree
My
with that.
thing is this: Jokic exceeded expectations because
Years ago,
this is Jokic's best year, and he didn't win the MVP. And when him not winning the MVP, it kind of brought people back to a point where it's like, well, they don't have enough. When they've had enough, they've been injured. They've had to go through all those trials.
Nah,
but
even
now,
the off-season pickups was crazy.
no, that's what pushed them over the top. Bruce Brown and KCP,
Yeah.
like
And Jeff Green.
But I
Jeff-
mean, at the end of the day,
like, you
but at the
know,
end of the day, the main point is like, regardless of it's great. Their team is probably the most complete team in the NBA. Like
Did you say Celtics?
they all step up. Like it's between them and Celtics, and Celtics are not living to that. But they all step up. Like they came into the playoffs.
That's a mental thing, though. It's not like a...
Yeah, they came to the playoffs and they're doing great, amazing. They're probably gonna win the NBA championship, probably. But it's like you also have to understand that a lot of things come into the season. Yes, it looks good in what's it called? And when you're playing in the summer and when you're practicing before the season starts, it looks good. But at the end of the day, they still had people that were trying to, piece it together. They still had Jamal Murray come in. Their one beat wasn't there.
They got rid of loose strings. Like I
Yeah.
love my boy Bones, man. They got rid of him, shipped him off, and
Jeremy Grant,
which
the Aaron Gordon it was just a better
it makes
fit.
more sense.
It
makes
does.
more sense
It does.
because now, I mean, let's be honest. The problem with the Nuggets prior, I mean, besides the injuries, was Jokic's defense in a pick and roll. Now that they have all the guys
can
that
just
they
run the
have,
zone.
they can zone up. Jokic doesn't have to do too much,
Yeah, he
but
just kind of play that middle.
he's doing what he has to do. And then on offense, they're elite.
That
Like
offense is-
it's elite.
Bro, they're
it's a
scary good,
well-oiled
bro.
machine. And Jokic is at the forefront with Jamal Murray, MPJ, Aaron Gordon dunking whenever he wants to, and KCP hitting the threes of the
I would say that this
century.
has been
and
it's
Bruce
been a
Brown
minute
getting
since we've seen a team so complimentary.
Bro, it's like
Like all the parts complement each other.
perfect
Like
Tetris.
you know how
Yeah.
every
Perfect
team,
Tetris.
which they probably do too, but you know how every team has that one guy that you're just like, we can't, or a couple of guys that were like,
You
they
can't,
with them you
none of
can't,
them.
even Aaron Gordon, he went 3 for 5 from the 3-point line. Like, bro, you can't just anybody.
You can,
He can
you
go
can
3 for
No, you can,
Yeah,
but you
I'm
can.
leaving
No,
that. I
you
ain't
can,
gonna
but
I'm
you
okay
see
with
how
admitting those.
you can, but
It
you
just
see
hurts
how
when
like
it
that
hit-
can
when it
hurt
hits.
you. You see,
It hurts.
like because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say leave Aaron Gordon at the line. But then you see Aaron Gordon make you like, bro, what
it's-
can't this team not do? That's just my point.
That's why basketball is a numbers game, but you got to play the percentages. Like,
Bro.
if you leave Aaron Gordon open for a whole series, he might have that one game where he
When
do
he
it, and
hits 3 out of 5,
yeah,
and
but
Yeah, but you can take
That's
that.
an anomaly.
But it's just crazy to just watch it happen. Like it's just like for me, it's just like damn,
crazy, though.
like this
I
team
think
just
it's
have
something you
everything
live
they
in.
I
need,
think the
bro.
Nuggets arrived right on time. Like
Yeah.
they all their playoff losses and everything like that they've been doing the
They
last 4 or
stacked up.
5 years. Like it just
helped them get where they are.
Yeah,
right now.
they're just arriving right on time. Even Jokic, when they were originally making the playoffs, like a 17-point per game score. Then he went to finally getting 20s,
26,
then 25,
and
and
20.
then 28.
Bro,
And
like
now he
I
doesn't
was
have to be a 30 like that. That's a great thing when your best player doesn't have to be like a 30-point per game type
Bro.
of guy for y'all to be there.
elite.
Like that means you have a team. You're
Literally.
watching, you watch Jokic. I mean, he was in the run for MVP again. I know they say it would have been hot, like a crazy thing if he would have won that third one, but this is his best year. I mean, I think my boy Embiid deserved it this year because he
Yeah,
played.
because
I mean, it was
he led the
one
league
of
in
the
scoring
others. Yeah.
twice, and then like he had a better
And then
record
his
by one
defensive,
game.
his defensive work, body
Yeah, his
work
presence
crazy.
is
It's
just there.
Embiid is that guy.
But at the
he
end of the
folded
day,
in his playoffs.
And I
I'll
think
say that.
I think his team is way more reliant on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, that's
Even
one
though-
of the
even though
things,
Lo-
yeah.
Jokic's usage is probably higher because
is,
of
it
how
is,
much
'cause he
they-
has the
yeah, he has the
ball. I
ball. But Embiid is like Embiid can't have no
If-
17 or
If
23
his
point game
team,
and they
if
win. for
Embiid
real.
doesn't show up, his team won't
They-
win.
they
I mean,
fold.
James Harden having that 45 and them winning that
Super
game, but you
anomaly.
cannot.
Yeah, but like the
rely on
Nuggets,
that.
yeah,
You
the
cannot
Nuggets,
rely on
anybody can step up. And the thing, like, come in the playoffs, the Grizzlies, I wasn't scared of them that much because they're young. They don't have discipline.
No.
Real quick,
And
if
then-
the
and then
Grizzlies
going-
were to
If
have-
they didn't have, if they had Steven Adams,
No,
it'd
yeah,
be a
no,
little
yeah,
different.
definitely,
If
but
they
they
had
didn't
Brandon
have him. They didn't
Clark,
have
I
him.
still
They would've beat
take-
the
I still
Lakers.
Yeah,
take
but they
the
didn't have him.
I
They
still
didn't
take
have
the
him.
Lakers, but
Nah,
I mean,
him and Brandon Clark, they would have
with
beat the
Brandon
Lakers.
Clark maybe, but I'm saying Steven Adams, the best screen setter in the league.
No,
And
yeah,
then
definitely.
Jokic is
And then
number two.
he's also a
I don't know,
veteran.
that
Jokic
Jokic-
is-
Jokic
And then
screams.
Steven Adams was also a veteran, so he could have brought that leadership. Whenever they start acting out, he could have
Nah,
toned them down.
There's no acting out. It's Ja.
I mean, no, I get it, but that's the point. That's the point of
That's
that's
Ja.
what I mean. The team being young
And
killed
Ja's
them.
being
The team
whoever
being
he
young
is.
killed them. Ja, Dylan Brooks, all these people, like
We can
they
go ahead
being
and
young killed them.
transition into that.
Yeah, let's
And
actually
then
talk
no,
about
we're about to go back straight to that.
'Cause
But just to close
I'm
this
ready.
out, what I was saying is, I wasn't too worried about the Grizzlies. I was worried about the Warriors because you know what the
wasn't.
Warriors can do. I was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was because
ready
at the end of the day,
to see Steph.
I knew that
I was ready
I
to
want.
see
I
Steph.
knew we could beat them, but I knew how the Warriors could get. Like
We just
when they
watched.
start making shots, it just keeps going.
Yeah,
but
front
I
runners.
was terrified of the Nuggets.
Front runners is
Bro,
what they are.
You said what?
Front runners. When they're up, they're gonna make it hurt. They
Oh,
gonna
no,
make
yeah,
it look,
no,
They're gonna
yeah.
look pretty doing it. He gonna shoot threes, make it turn around, wave at the crowd, all that shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
When they're down,
Steph is like,
he is the
If
best
Steph is-
front runner ever.
if Steph is up 1 point, it
He's-
can turn into 19 in 2 minutes, bro. Like,
Because
But
he's
if
just gonna start. He's
but
just
if
gonna
he's
start
down
going.
5,
but yeah, if he's down
If he's
5
down
with a minute
5,
left,
Yeah, it's peak.
you're probably.
have
gonna
you ever
win.
seen Steph hit a game-winning shot in the playoffs, like to win the game?
I haven't even seen it in a regular season unless the game was tied.
Didn't he do it in the playoffs though?
No. I'm saying like where it's if I hit this, they're losing. If I hit this, it puts us up and we win. I've
Oh,
never seen
not
it.
tied.
That's my
Okay.
thing. I've seen LeBron do it.
But
I've
anyways,
seen Kevin Durant. I've seen Kobe. I've seen clips of Jordan. I've seen
Jason
it
Tatum
happens.
did it last
and
year.
Tatum. And you know what I'm saying? There's those guys. I was never scared of the Warriors. If you ask any of my friends,
I was
would
kind.
look
I won't lie to you. I
In
was
the
kind of
clutch,
scared.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
But
When he got hurt in the
I
Toronto
was
series,
scared of them
was
because
over.
I was scared of them because
And
I
it- Clay
was
too, though. Clay. That's
I was
where it
thinking
really
they were
got
gonna
that in
do
games,
their
in
they were
games,
gonna
games.
take
It's not gonna
charge.
keep adding the
You know, like
But that hurt.
I was scared because of
They were
AD and other people dropping back and forth. You know, doing it because
who did you
I
expect
knew
to
if they
stop
gave
AD?
I knew if they gave no exactly
Who did you expect?
when that's the thing. I knew if AD performed most of the time, which he did,
It
then
was
we'll
gonna
be fine. But if he
impossible.
didn't,
the only way he would not have performed injury. There was no.
but you
way
can always
in
be
hell.
scared with that with AD though.
I
Always.
mean, yeah, bro, but I think people overshoot that because there's people that are more. No. He gets knick-knack injuries that put him out for like a month, 2 weeks at a time, 2 months. But we're watching guys. He's played more games in the last 4 seasons than Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard,
And
and
that's
I
only
think
because Kevin Durant missed one full season.
okay, but Kawhi Leonard. And
Yeah,
Who also
I
missed
mean,
a full
and then
season.
I think Steph is ranging in that area too. Like they're
Steph,
all in.
they all missed one full season.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But like I said, it's not like
Steph missed.
I don't,
AD
this-
gets hurt. He gets hurt. He gets the hurts where he's like, I got to sit out 2 months to recover. He's not like KD and serious injury after serious injury.
No, KD only had one serious injury.
Now, he had a
The
couple.
Achilles.
But I mean,
Achilles
he's also
tear,
had
and
like.
he had the,
No, he had when he slipped it, he just slipped.
Nah, I'm not talking about
oh,
this
the knee?
season. The knee.
When
That's the
somebody fell into his knee. Oh, Jimmy, it was Jimmy Butler. Wow, he was plotting the rest of the season fast.
he broke them up.
Yeah,
But
he knew what it
but
is.
all right, to close it out, where let's go back to the Grizzlies and Ja. Let's just talk about Ja.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna get very specific because this has been.
No. Let me just talk. So with Ja, I see everything in both ways. With Ja, yes, he's young. Yes, he's no. Just let me finish. Let me finish.
No.
Yeah, yes, he's young. Yes, he's coming to the league, being put at a position. I understand what JJ Redick is talking about when he says you have politicians doing this and doing that. But the reality of things is, when you're coming to when you're getting drafted in the NBA, bro, when you come into the NBA, you know, especially if you're gonna be a top dog on the team, you're a top player, you know what you're signing up for.
There's too many excuses for Ja.
Like you're gonna and then you know
Forget all
and
this, forget
you
all
know why I can't let him
Ja
slide.
is a grown man. He's making bad decisions after bad
yeah.
decisions. They're trying to blame his friends. It's his
What
dad's
year
fault.
is y'all
It's-
in?
Was this four?
Fourth, yeah, I think
So
it's
that's 4 years, and you played 2 years of college.
And
This
then-
man is 6 years removed from being 18.
Yeah,
and
no.
then not only that, you're stupidly rich, and you just
You have a
fumbled,
bag.
No, you just fumbled 40 mil with your dumb action the first time, like the gun in the strip club in fucking where was that? Colorado. Yeah, like that right there was idiotic. We knocked it up. Okay, he made a mistake. Cool. He did his little fake apology. The world ate it up,
And then he did it
came
again.
back after losing in the playoffs, and he's like, he looks at the camera, not doing nothing with a gun yet. It's like, oh wait, they're recording me. Let me pull it out and show the world. I'm sticked up again.
And then like, bro, you could even
there's
tell
no
like the
excuse.
guy who was on Instagram Live
Cut
tried
the
to
camera.
save him.
He
He was
tried.
like, whoa, like
It's
what
too
are
late.
you doing?
Ja is a head case, bro. I have friends. I have
Here's my
family
thing.
members that
It's not
some
even
things
about-
you just don't learn from. Like it doesn't take a lot to learn from your mistakes.
Bro,
It
that
should- or it
first- the
shouldn't.
first
Let me be honest,
time,
it
bro.
shouldn't. It shouldn't. When you're playing with fumbling 40 mil from a mistake and you say fuck it and do it again, you don't care. you don't.
Fair enough.
So
Okay.
all this they're doing too much. I mean, I think 40 games like that suspension. That's what they were talking about. That's what JJ Redick was defending.
Yeah.
I agree. 40 games for not breaking the law is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But for defamation of the franchise and all the bad,
You should be
publicity,
punished, yeah.
You need to be punished because
Yeah,
you're
no,
embarrassing
definitely.
you're embarrassing your employer. If I have a job, if I'm working for somebody, and I
I'm
go out
women.
there, and no, we watch Kyrie say post a link
Yeah, but
and
posted a
get
link.
and get ridiculed out of the league almost. Like you can, defamation of character, defamation of your employer is a real thing, and you need to be punished.
No, yeah.
If
Okay.
anybody else does it, any regular civilian does it, they're gonna be punished. So all this, they're doing too much. I mean, he got an 8-game suspension. He was injured for 2 of them, so it was really 6 games. It wasn't enough. I don't know what.
Really wasn't enough.
I don't
They
know
got to give him
what-
like, I don't know, maybe 20 games will get him right. I don't know.
Okay.
But 40 games is OD though.
40's OD because he did it. Bring it like 50. Gilbert Arenas got 50 for bringing it into the locker room, and that's the rule. There's a rule in place to manage stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's not a rule in place for Ja's idiotic
Okay,
things.
so let me jump in. So with the first time, what they were trying to check with the suspension was, did he have that gun on the plane?
Yeah.
So if you have it on the team plane, that's automatic. Like that's against
50.
NBA rule. Like you are gone for the season.
No, it's 50.
It's 50 games.
50 games.
Okay.
That's the
Still, that's still a lot of
that was-
games.
that's the Gilbert Arenas
That's a
rule.
lot of games though.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Well,
the
at that
Gilbert
point,
rule.
it would have been the rest of his season
Yeah.
at that point from when he got caught. So the second time around, now you're a 2-time offender. Anybody that's been to jail or anything of that nature, once you do something twice, you're a 2-time offender. If you go to jail the first time, they give you a pre-trial release, meaning that you've never been in jail, you've never been in trouble. They're like, we're gonna let you out. You're not just gonna go to court. Second time, now you're a 2-time offender. So now
You know what you're doing.
You know
Yeah.
what you already talked to
You
me.
know you're
We
messing
warned you. Now you're fucking
Yeah.
up.
You face consequences already.
So with Ja, I do think he needs to be suspended. Like just suspend
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I don't think they need to take away his money though.
You don't.
I don't
pay
think-
while you're suspended. They don't. And
But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna suspend him up until the point of like $20 million, then y'all need to either rethink how y'all suspending these players about their money, or just suspending with pay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you should like sign a contract and somebody take that away from you when you don't actually break a law. But like you said, if you have a job and your job follows you on Instagram or anybody from your employers, they
we
see your
watched
Instagram.
Kyrie, we watch Kyrie not get paid
If your job,
behind his comments.
boom. If you're like I said, if your job
have
follows
to
you on
make the money.
Instagram
That's
and they
what
see
they
you
do.
drinking
That's
and
the NBA.
smoking, let's say they just drinking, they see you drunk as fuck on a weekend, and that's not even against the law, but it's a misrepresentation of what they do at their
Yeah.
job or whatever.
They
So
can
they
suspend
probably gonna
you.
suspend you or fire you.
Sometimes
So
they'll
with
do the
Ja,
paid leave thing.
The fact that he's trending as an NBA player who's NBA young Ja, all that bad,
Like, bro, that's
all
not
that
what
bad
you need in your
publicity.
franchise, bro.
It's just bad.
and that's
It's just
really
bad.
why they want to hang him.
Yeah.
Because it's like they really want him to come back to earth. Like, you might need to be Demetrius. They want
It's not
him to
even
be
that.
Demetrius.
They don't want to open it to where like all the street niggas in the NBA start getting, because it's hella niggas in the NBA that's from the hood, like just regular hood babies that was good at sports. So it's like you don't want to open up that to like the NFL is slightly scared of Lamar Jackson because his hair and how he carries himself in the offseason, his
You see
friends,
how
the
they do
grill.
Lamar, man.
They're really kind of scared of him because he just has the hood baby
look
the
and
look
the
of the hood
background.
baby. So
But-
Ja is
hasn't did
almost
nothing.
promoting the hood baby.
He-
Like
he-
it was
not
cool
only
at first
is
with
he-
the gritty
I
and
mean,
all this stuff, like all that
I don't.
young boy stuff was
I don't even
cool,
wanna
but now
say
you're
the
promoting it.
It's more of like they're trying to tie Ja into the things like Mikey Williams because that's what you're spawning. Like Lamar Jackson isn't spawning nothing. Like Lamar Jackson's Lamar Jackson. There's not too many people that can play the quarterback position and be Lamar Jackson and be successful.
Yeah.
But I was just pointing out the fear. Everybody sees the fear that they have of Lamar Jackson, who
Yeah.
isn't ran like a typical quarterback. He doesn't speak
Yeah.
like Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
or Josh Allen. He just says whatever's on Lamar's
He's not
mind. You know what I'm saying?
politically correct.
He's
They
not
don't-
politically
yeah.
correct at
They
all.
want him. They want. I mean, it's,
That's why he's able to go to
it's-
interviews like,
it's-
man, we're not finna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's able to be himself because,
Yeah.
but they're slightly scared of him just because of where he
Yeah.
comes from, who he be around. But he hasn't done anything. He's a model citizen.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then you can really
I
critique
think
with him.
It's only until you mess up should they treat you away.
Yeah.
Ja's already messed up.
Twice.
No, he keeps
No,
messing
not
up.
even
It's
twice. He's,
I mean,
he's messed up more than
There's
twice.
he has like 6. They were saying like I think there's 6 instances prior to this that are
No,
questionable.
even with
In
the
4
whole,
years.
even with the whole him drinking in the offseason on cameras, like we've never seen NBA players just. We know they drink and smoke. Everybody knew KD smoked for years.
Yeah, he
what's
said
called?
it.
Pipe
Yeah.
fell out his pocket.
He says it. He says
But
it
you,
openly.
but
he
you've
doesn't-
never,
He
you've
doesn't
Yeah.
never
publicize it.
seen.
Yeah.
He doesn't get
Ja
on.
is
He
the
doesn't
only
get in
person
front
we've
of the
seen hit the
camera.
bottle. If it's not champagne on a championship game, we've never seen
Yeah.
any athlete just regularly hit the ball. We've seen Ja with like 10 Casamigos bottles on video.
We saw him. There's a picture of Ja in a strip club with money covering the whole floor.
he's
like,
rich.
it's
I don't
rich,
knock
but
that.
it's just like
The strip club is really foul for releasing that.
No, it's foul. But you
Foul.
see how
It's
like
He comes
that
from the business,
that
that's
is
all
also
that bread, and
something
you
that adds
out me?
to like the image,
Crazy. I'll never spend
thing.
$1 in there again.
Yeah, I'm saying
Because like that alone, but that plus all this is like, oh well, he's doing all this and doing all that, and there's a lot of with Ja. Like there's no like one. It's just like a bunch of
here's
stuff.
The thing, James Harden has probably been the most. He's been fooling since he's been in the NBA. Like
Yeah.
nobody's going as hard as James Harden in the streets.
Yeah.
James Harden's jersey is going platinum in the streets forever. Like he's gone the hardest in the strip club. But James Harden is a model citizen.
Yeah.
He doesn't allow himself what he does on the outside
to
reflect
the
onto his
NBA
NBA image
at all.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
We know
James
he's going
Harden's
to the
turn.
club after every game.
Oh no, yeah.
But there's no footage of James Harden in the club.
And that's why Ja just looks bad. Like,
But it's not even the club thing. Let's go away from the clubs. It's the incident with the kid. It's the incident
why
with
you
the
beating
Foot
up a
Locker.
kid?
The Foot Locker. Your mom, his parents are also setting him up. Sometimes I'll give him that because his mom calls him in to defend her, or because a guy at the store is, I guess, raising his voice. Like, why would you put your son that already has problems in that?
That's even weird when she has a husband.
Yeah,
like call the more level-headed guy who can handle the
this,
situation.
the
Yeah.
man of the house.
You know how Ja's gonna hear, and then Ja's gonna think about it this way, where in a regular world, you know, if this altercation between us and it involves, let's say, my mom, I could be like, yeah, he was talking to my mom. Most people are like, okay, yeah. But you're in the NBA, you're like, nobody's gonna agree with you.
LeBron's mom has never called him for her problems to
LeBron mama don't even go to the store though. That's the difference.
I mean,
She don't
does
got
Ja
to.
mama got to?
I mean,
Does she have to? She doesn't have to. They choose to live the lives they live, and that's the reality. And then Ja chooses to do the things he does. He got into it with the guy at the store on the way out. He got into it with the security. What are you doing? You're just trying to.
Ja just needs to.
I don't really mind to get into like. There's a lot of NBA players that like really outside of the NBA are smacking people left and right.
And
like the
it's
Morris
one
twins,
thing-
the Morris twins will slap you in public.
Trust me, I get that. But
Like,
there
they'll slap you in
hasn't
public.
been instance after instance where the Morris twins are under scrutiny for those things. So it's different. If you know somebody's real enough to do it, that's one thing. But getting caught doing it, being a repeat offender, and then not caring is the other problem. That's Ja's
with
problem.
Ja, especially as a black community, I don't want to make it too racial, but like, what are we defending exactly?
So the
Because
thing
if
with
this was you working at Microsoft doing these same things, we would be like, everybody in your life would tell you that you're stupid.
No,
Like,
yeah,
what are you
literally.
doing?
They're giving
like
him
you
the- they're
have
giving
you
him the-
have no reason to be
a lot of
doing
people in our
that.
community are giving him
a weird pass
because he's
like,
rich. And
No,
because
it's because he technically isn't breaking a law. Like, why can't NBA players tell? Bro, this is not about him going to jail. This is about him and his employer.
Being the face of a franchise and doing what you're doing is crazy. And it's like, well, so people are saying like, oh, well, they already messed with his money with him not getting all NBA. I mean, that was his punishment. Literally, it wasn't the 8 games. It was that. He was clearly an all NBA player this year, right? And they literally.
I mean, he missed a lot of time, so he might have just not made.
I'm not gonna
like,
like taking his money.
Dame missed more games than him this year.
Dame made all NBA.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
You get what I'm saying? His punishment was not being all NBA, so you couldn't get that super max.
Yeah.
And they took like 40 M's. That was that. You can't get that.
And
now we're watching him say, I mean, maybe that's
Okay,
what I was
one
thinking.
thing
Maybe
I-
that was a fuck you to
maybe
the NBA.
maybe Ja doesn't want to play in the NBA.
Okay, no.
You know,
There's no way.
Nobody
There's no way.
doesn't want to
Maybe
play
I don't
NBA
know, bro.
in
At
the
this
NBA.
point, sometimes when you just do stupid stuff, it's just like
What? Okay, so
We're
the
not doing
OD part of this is like Nike getting involved and dropping him from the
catalog.
Yeah.
Like, all that is like, yeah, that's OD as far as like,
Yeah.
everybody's response to it.
But
as far as
it's
Ja
the same
being
thing, though.
punished though,
It's the same thing though. Like we just
Nike
said,
misrepresentation, yeah, I know.
Nike has a face. They've been decorated with great athletes.
No, yeah.
You saw what they did with
But
Tiger
I'm-
Woods
but-
when
but-
he
but I-
got in trouble. What was he? Cheating on his wife. He got dropped.
okay.
Like, come on, bro.
But
For
I
the
can
good thing, you'll never get
I can
dropped.
guarantee Nike has a custom gun somewhere. I promise.
I mean, it's just
But-
one of those
but
things.
at the
where
end of
they're
the
gonna protect
day-
themselves. They're gonna protect themselves. If they feel like they're gonna get slandered for Ja Morant doing all that he's done, they're not gonna.
They probably felt like them shoes wasn't gonna sell the same
He
way.
hasn't been dropped. He hasn't been dropped as a
They
Nike
just
athlete.
they shelved his
shoes. For now.
for release.
For now.
They
Well,
probably
if
think
he
he
gets
wasn't
back in the
gonna drop
league,
the
I mean, not if. When he gets back in the league, when he gets to doing what he does,
They gonna,
the shoes
yeah.
gonna be.
at the end of the day, bro, it just comes down to this. You know, that like when you're in a certain position, like you said, Microsoft, you don't even want to risk it. Like you don't even want to think like if you have to think, is this bad or not? You shouldn't even be doing it. Like that's like you don't want to take the risk of being like, will Nike not drop me or not? You know?
Put it like this: everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does things that isn't just the best thing for their employer. You're also not, but we don't have the gravity of Ja Morant. There's not 100 million cameras trying to snap every pic. Somebody random.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
somebody
saying.
screen recorded that out of his alive. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not happening to us. We don't have to worry about that. He knows he has to worry about that. And he
That's my
still
point.
does it.
Yeah, that's my point.
The problem I have with Ja.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's in a position where he knows, like, you're not a regular. That's why, like, whenever athletes do all this stuff and they get scrutinized, it's like, I understand why people are saying so, but it's like, not really, because you already knew. Look at Lil Wayne over here. You already knew where the position you were in. You knew the repercussions, but you still, like, negated it.
From a bigger problem.
Yeah,
it's black people. We have this, especially successful black people. We have this attraction to proving that we got it out the mud, or we're still hard, or anything like that.
Still that.
So with Ja Morant, it's like in the off, even like that's why I hate Steven Jackson. But I can't stand
like
a 40-year-old man going.
I like Steven Jackson on the podcast, but I hate what he tries to stand for. He tries to stand for all the things that aren't logical. Essentially, like people shouldn't be. He's like, I would have did this. Like, no, you wouldn't have. When you got in trouble for fighting in the Malice of the Palace, you were out the league for a little bit. Like, you had to. If you hear the story, he had to go and ask people to help him get back.
Oh yeah, no, he was.
And so it's like, you know, the consequences of your actions can lead you out of that. So don't sit here and be like, well, I mean, I don't knock him for it. Like, you're also an idiot. Like,
bro, it's not even that. Why are you like in the off season when you really should be just resting, club and just kind of take advantage of your name and your likability? Why are you turning into a street nigga? That's what I don't.
Like, what does it do for you?
Yeah, like how are you picking up these antics in the as soon as the season's over? Like, let me go grab my gun.
Like,
go
who's
get
coming?
With my partners.
Who's coming after Ja Morant, bro? That he needs to do that.
No, and if he could be,
even if people were,
he's
after
so
him.
Filthy rich, he can have security. You don't have to be the
not
guy.
even security.
Yes,
you're so rich, you could live a life where you never see your beef ever again,
bro. Like you could be so removed.
Like,
but it's just
your beef can come to your games and you wouldn't see them.
It's decision making at the end of the day. And people like Steven Jackson try to make it seem like the NBA is wrong. Don't get me wrong. The NBA might overreact sometimes with certain things, but it's
Kyrie
like
clearly. But
somebody has to hold Ja Morant accountable.
Yeah.
What can his parents do?
Clearly not his teammates.
His parents can't do nothing about it. He's the breadwinner at this point, and that in some households puts you above your parental status. So, I mean, maybe that's what's going on over there. Who knows? The team thing, they already had the thing where it was like, oh, they weren't supposed to be hitting clubs and stuff like that. And then did he not get that after that?
Okay, so even with that, because what they were doing was like they were leaving every road game. They were getting back on the bus and going straight home. Yeah. Even with that, if everybody's on your team from the ages of 23 to like 30, whatever is
really 19
to 30 something.
32.
If you have to tell a bunch of like legal adults that they have to go home,
there's a problem.
There's a problem. There's just too much of a problem. Actually,
and then it's not only that. It's like they're known for being that team, like being the team that the opposition, like. To be the biggest op. There's Dylan Brooks out there trying to poke bears and stuff. When you're Dylan Brooks,
Bain,
it's Desmond Bain. Like
topped.
They talk too much.
And then
that's what I'm saying. It's the maturity thing. I'm not saying age necessarily. I'm saying like there's no leadership really. They're just trying to all be like nobody's clicking and being like, okay, yeah, I'm young, but like this is a situation where like I got to take control. Nobody's doing that.
I feel like when multiple, like when your best players are younger, and it's like the older guys is what? Steven Adams and who else? Who's the oldest guy?
Steven Adams and bro, let me tell you, that team is young.
Yeah. Team is super young.
That team is young. I can't even think about
and then when you think of their top players,
Kyle Anderson is second oldest.
And I was thinking about Kyle Anderson, but it's just like
he's probably like 27.
What is Kyle Anderson gonna really say to Ja Morant?
Ja Morant's gonna be shut up and get out of my face, literally.
No, Kyle Anderson plays for Minnesota.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait 1 second.
He was there, but even when he was there, it's like, what could he tell them? Even if he was there today, what could he tell them? Nothing. It's their three best players are under 25.
Under 24.
Or
Jaren Jackson's younger than Ja.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how old Desmond Bain is. That's why.
Desmond Bain is like the same age as Jaren Jackson and Ja.
So my point is, it goes Ja, Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane. And then they have the older guy in Dylan Brooks, who's also an idiot. Dylan Brooks is a 4-year guy in college.
Well, just not even just an idiot. I don't know. We don't know him off the court. He's
No,
not a
I'm
leader.
just saying-
He's not
I'm
a leader.
just
He's
saying,
probably
he's
gassing
a-
everything they doing.
No, he literally is. It's a parade inside my city. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's gassing everything they doing.
What's the little dance?
You don't have nobody mature in the room.
I already did it. Don't worry about it, man. I already got y'all.
I hate Dylan Brooks.
Nah,
and
dude.
that stems from him going to Oregon, but it's just forget all that. Ja,
to be honest,
Ja's the blame.
It's not
No,
even,
Ja's to blame for his
I
actions.
wouldn't even say.
I'm saying for whatever the team be doing.
I'm not gonna blame. I don't want to say his dad's a bad dad or anything like that. 'Cause he's
we
clearly
don't
a
know
good
that.
father.
We don't know
But
what he does.
They should have been more stern with just Ja's character.
From a team
But I mean, it's like, bro,
From a
I'm not
team
gonna lie. I can't really talk on the parental side. Like they might have, but bro, I've seen kids.
You're talking about parental?
Yeah, I'm talking
I was
about.
Bro, I've seen kids who their parents have been super strict with. Some people just gonna be bad, bro. Some people are just gonna be bad. You can't really help some people.
Here's my thing. I don't mind growing up in high school. Every kid has a phase, like you know what I'm saying. Like
You want to be your own man.
yeah, you want kind of
Do
coming
your
into
own thing.
yourself. What I don't like is like anybody. Okay, if you're a street dude in high school, that's kind of how you were raised to me. If you get to college and you decide to be a street dude, then
It's a choice.
it's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Because you're in college around a whole bunch
You
of people
have
that are
no
trying
reason to
do
be in
other
there.
things.
And you're
Yeah.
taking advantage of everybody that doesn't know who you truly,
are.
Yeah.
Because you can walk into college and
You know
be
what I'm
anybody
saying?
you want.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Everybody's seen
Eh,
it.
Dudes go by the middle. Dudes and females, they start going by their middle name in
names.
college just
Yeah.
to
Not only-
escape what they were back then.
They,
you know what I'm saying?
They just take on whole different. What's the word?
So
Persona or
Personas,
whatever.
yeah.
personas. There, you can be Ja Morant that's toting guns in college, and then you can be, you know how they try to say Demetrius in a college shirt.
You
You're
feel
like-
me?
You know what I'm saying? Because it's there. There's proof. I mean, even I've seen clips of him in high school of him like trying to be on that. It's cool. Like nobody's tripping. You're young. That's when that's a thing.
But
So-
He's
now,
not too young. I hate when they're like, oh, he's 23. It's like, my nigga.
boy, like you're 23 is
23.
young,
At
but
23
23 is not
At
that
23.
young. You know?
Were you
23 is
making
young
the same
enough.
mistakes you were making when you were 17?
no,
I wasn't.
Simply.
but it's young enough to make mistakes, but not the mistakes
These
of a
aren't
teenager.
these
Like,
aren't
you're not a
regular
teenager.
mistakes.
Because once
These aren't
again,
regular mistakes.
this is not a regular 23-year-old who's just living in the world flashing a gun. This is an NBA player 23. He knows he has the face of the team, face of the league, face of his brand. Why are you doing that? Your money?
Hey,
Like,
man,
come on.
Look,
And there's players like LaMelo Ball who's mad immature, but he doesn't.
Dudes-
But he's still
yeah.
a model citizen.
Like that, you can work with that. You can.
They're the same type of people as far as
Yeah.
just like what LaMelo
LaMelo
is
stands
in,
for,
yeah,
what
what
he
he's
does, what he
intrigued
gets
by, what
into.
he's what he's like, what he's into. Same as Ja Morant, but what he's not doing is like
Being
toting
stupid.
guns with like
Yeah.
you know why?
or,
because
or if he
it's
is,
more
he's
because-
not publicizing.
And
content.
LeVar Ball probably not gonna let that
we know-
slide.
But look, we know more about LeVar than we do about T. So like, we know LeVar would damn near disown LaMelo or any
Yeah.
of them that they start just being on some idiotic shit because he just didn't.
I
He was
I
mad.
didn't- You're embarrassing me, and I
You're
didn't raise
embarrassing
that.
But he
T,
was
we
mad
haven't
when
seen
Lonzo
him.
got a tattoo. Like that alone. Like, bro. Like,
But that's the
look-
standard in their house.
no, that's what I'm
And-
saying. Like,
But
so,
that's-
like,
that's-
it's like
look,
he definitely
my
holds
people
him
too.
up.
Like my guy Ted, my people the same way. But like, when you're a parent, you understand. Okay, you're coming into your own.
Yeah, no,
Even
yeah.
though I don't like that, it's not a decision I would have made.
Yeah.
But you
I
have to
understand
live
how you
it.
got there.
You have to
But when
live
it comes to like what Ja's doing now,
Yeah.
as a parent, how do you even get to that?
How
like,
do you approach
Yeah.
How do you approach that? Like,
I don't.
What if you're T Morant? What do you tell Ja? Like at this point,
we
he's
got
choosing,
you all the way here,
He's
and you want to
choosing
squander
this.
it to
Like-
be.
He's choosing
Because,
everything
bro,
he's
like,
doing.
it's just sad because, like, even looking at his high school pics, you can tell his parents,
It's not
like,
sad to me.
like it's not sad, like,
it's
not
not
like
sad
sad.
at
It's just
I've
not
had-
like sad,
I've
like
seen
actual.
worse things happen, pan out. Like people with, I mean, it's different, brighter futures in different ways. Do
Yeah.
dumber things that ruined what could
Yeah.
be. But I'm not gonna feel any type of way about a grown ass man that has millions in front of him and 100 million, couple hundred millions to reach, and you fumbling that. I don't feel bad.
No, no.